Hey, pre-notification gang. I'm gonna play this tonight. I might. I haven't seen any like reviews of it or anything, so I don't even know if it's good. It looked alright though. I thought it looked pretty fun. Coming along great, Rip. It's apparently ass. Oh, well, that could be good news then. Not even a single review. What the fuck? Okay, maybe I will play this tonight in a little bit. Thanks to resub Halacia. You see Drake's story? I saw someone in the chat say he posted hentai. That's pretty cool. It's a prime skip. Did I see the jellyfish conundrum? No, what happened? Are they fighting back or something? Thanks to resub prime. Drake posted hentai on Instagram and some chick masturbated on Twitch today. I didn't hear about either one of those things till right now. Who masturbated on stream today? Was it like a well-known streamer or just like a random streamer trying to do the old fuck on stream strat? Thanks to the resub MaxiPad 798 and Wyeti and Chaotic. It's LSF top post. Okay, let me take a peek. This girl masturbating in front of 5,000 viewers right now. Cool. There's resub Test in the Prime Kasara, and the resub Peyton, Weevil, and Salami in the Prime Green. And Crazy Crane. In the Prime Wiki. And the Bits Magpie and resub Abungi. How long of a ban do you think she's going? How long of a ban do you think that will be? 3 days. That's my guess. 3 days. They've already set the precedent. Like, I think it's got to be 3 now. These are Subsinchi and Scamus in the Prime Royal. See you at Guardians of the Rift. How close are you to 99 runecrafting? I'm 113k XP away. I'm gonna hit it tonight. It's gonna be fucking amazing to finally be done with runecrafting. Thanks, resub Lawrence and the bit Stanley. You see the Minx stuff? Yeah, I did. That shit is awful, man. I don't know. I don't exactly know what to pull up for it. There was a lot. We can talk about it though, I guess. Thanks, Resub Jake. Or can I buy that white tea? Moistglobal.com, baby. How silly we talking? Oh, it's gonna get real silly. There's a give sub Ivy. I know, I heard Drake just posted some hentai on Instagram. Pretty awesome. Have you seen what happened to Orlando Bloom? Gee, what the fuck is happening? No, I haven't heard of any of this. Did all of this just happen as I went live? What happened with Orlando Bloom? He leaves a cheeky comment on fiancée Katy Perry. Celebrates her campaign with Lego. What? Thanks for the gift sub Arcuda and the resub Gino and Spaceborn. And the resub Anna and Banana. Give yourself a Viking braid in celebration of God of War. No, that looks stupid with braids. Did you see they sold the book and key of Hominoptera at Prop Store auction today for $90K combined? I didn't see that, but like I said, I was never going to bid on it. It's too expensive, even though I know it's a once-in-a-lifetime item. It's so fucking cool. Thanks, resub Grease and Syllabi. There's a Prime Cushy. And the resub Stellar and Vintage. That sounds pretty cool, Stellar. I can check that out. Thanks to resub Rage. Holy shit, did you see that a former professional heavyweight boxer got busted smuggling 20 tons or $1 billion worth of cocaine? Holy shit, that's a crazy amount. What? Oh my god, that's actually fucking wild. I don't know who this is. I don't recognize the name. Man. Jesus Christ, New York Times. Hate that. Okay, hold on. Different site. Former heavyweight boxer Goran Gogic charged with trafficking over $1 billion worth of cocaine. My god. Thanks, you said Picky, Chaos, Sean, Jin, Maticus, and the gift sub Arcuda, Marsh, and Bits, Grizzy, and resub Sauce. Tried to board an international flight from Miami, and that's when he got busted, huh? Wow. Do they have a picture in the article? I want to see what $1 billion of cocaine looks like. Guess not. $20 tons worth of cocaine. Fuck me, that's wild. $1 billion worth of cocaine and you fly fucking coach? I guess. I don't really know what he was, like, what the strategy was. Wow. The USA Today article has pictures. Oh, okay, let me go to that one then. I really want to see what this looks like. Oh, wait, what? No, this has to only be a piece of it. This is 20 tons worth of cocaine? This? No, this is unrelated. Packages of cocaine seized from the MSC Desiree at Port of Philadelphia. This is different. Nah, it's different. This is just I guess, showing what cocaine looks like when it's taken in, I suppose. Yeah, it's definitely not it. The CBS article has pics. Jeez. Okay. I'll try that. You feel like I feel like this would be something they'd absolutely want pictures of. One of the largest drug busts in history. Like, you would think they'd take pictures of 20 tons worth of cocaine. I don't see anything in the CBS article. Yeah, I don't see anything there. Try the BBC. Sure, why not? Which one? There's like 3 BBC articles here somehow. Let's just try the first one. Fuck it. No. I did see... There is this, though. Hold on. There was one more CBS article I didn't check. Might as well. Oh, fuck. Is this it?
Philadelphia today, the U.S. Attorney's Office says more than 16.5 tons of cocaine were hidden in crates.
So I'm guessing all of these crates over here? That makes a lot more sense. These resub Sam, Magic, Teacup, Marish, R6, Big Bubble, and the 5 gift subs Arcuda. Thanks, Arcuda. Damn, this looks like Play-Doh. That previous picture was from this, I guess. So he got busted in Miami, but the shipment got busted in Port of Philadelphia. A lot of people are pissed their coke got seized. Yeah, I'm sure they're upset. This happened in 2019. He's only just now getting charged for it. Oh. Pretty cool. That is a lot of cocaine. Yeah, I already know what's on Drake's Instagram story. It's just some hentai. Here's the resub iron. I hope you feel better soon, Natalie. Wishing you a speedy recovery. Here's the resub Vanagon. You see Disney's getting sued over a song in Frozen 2. I saw, like, headlines for it. I don't really care that much. I'm sure Disney's going to win no matter what. They have too much money. They have the best legal team in the fucking world. So it's just kind of not interesting because I already know the outcome most likely. Here's the resub Tiana and the Prime Stun. The resub Soul and Dargasan. You playing Chant? Yeah, I might play Chant in a little bit. It's apparently not very good according to like one guy in chat, but there's not a single review of this game up yet on YouTube, so I guess we'll see. Thanks for your sub, Grimes and Rel. Thoughts on Drake sharing hentai? Hey, all power to him, man. Godspeed. Hopefully it's some Bible Black shit. Thanks for your sub, real boy. It's some lame vanilla incest shit. Oh, for hentai? Man, that's so tame. He's a tier 1 ninja. They see a new Square Enix NFT project? They got another new NFT project? They're always trying to pump that shit. No, I can't say I saw it though. Is it interesting? Is it goofy? It's just sad. Okay, let me see. Square Enix has announced a playable NFT collectible art experience. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Cool. Square Enix announced a story-focused NFT project, Symbiogenesis. Let's go to this one first. Are they... Oh, no, it's the same game. Hey, this is designed for Web3 fans. Let's go. Yeah, here we go. Let's take a peek. This is such a Square Enix decision. It's unreal. Nice. Okay. Exit tier 1 Marsh and the resub Fresh Prince. You hear about the superhero team who arrest people instead of cops? No, tell me who it is. I love real life vigilantes like Phoenix Jones. Who? Who is the superhero team? Is there a new one? Please, where is it? What are they called? I'm assuming he meant Phoenix Jones since he hasn't said otherwise. Damn. What a shame. It was cops dressed as Avengers. Oh, that's significantly less fun. Thanks for your sub, Metal, Botcoin, Tortoise, Sunny, Windy, and the Bits Dealer, and Chris. Not sure yet, Chris. Thanks to the resub, Phoenix. Wow, the Mink story is nuts. Yeah, it's nuts and it's fucking sad. Here, I think this will probably be the most complete write-up on it. So, today she discovered that a man had been literally living in her walls. I wonder if they have the picture here. I don't know. Does she still have it on her Twitter? It's like she opened something, like an air vent, and there was just a sleeping bag and like alcohol in there. And then she eventually checked under her house, and there was like sleeping bags and weed and shit there. So the place she's been living had someone else, unbeknownst to her, living there as well. That's some parasite shit there. Yeah. It's 100% a homeless man that's living there and dumping his stuff there. It's not gonna be like a full parasite situation, I don't think. From every here, I'll just play the video.
He gave me his flashlight. Let me take a photo of the state of you. Look at you and Johnny. Fucking turn the camera on me. Yeah, look at Johnny. That's shocking that you need to go in.
It wasn't like the long one. But yeah, I think it's pretty clearly a homeless man that's living there. That doesn't make it any less scary, but it's not as mysterious. Fucking awful though. Yeah, let me see if she still has the other picture up. One where it's like actually from the wall is pretty wild. So this is under the house. Did she take down the one from the wall? Unlucky. Yeah. Pretty scary shit. There's your sub Chef, Cave, Karishi, and Tier 1 Joe, and the Prime Infamous, Breg, and the bits Harvey and Mal. Oh no, you go base to tip, Harvey. For measuring. It's still up on LSF. Let me see. I don't even see the post on LSF. Oh wait, here it is. Oh, it's on our other account. It's on our alt Twitter. Yeah, that shit's creepy. So it seems like that's how they go in. They just open up this grate, crawl in, and close it behind them. Did I see the new Fairly Odd Parents TV show? Oh, did they finally publish the live action one? I bet it's trash. Can't say I saw it though. Fucking scary. There's a resub No Scope and Kev in Mocking. And the resub Toza. My night's going alright. Haven't really done much tonight. Thanks for the bits though, Fino. 99 rune crafting tonight. Yep. I'll hit 99 tonight, probably in like 2 hours or so, 2 or 3 hours. Thanks to the Prime. Jalmeister. Was that guy a creepy stalker or just pick a random house to live in? Just picked a random house to live in, I imagine. She's not at like the Optic Mansion or anything like that. I think she's at like an Airbnb or something. I'm not positive. But yeah, it's just random house. Thanks, resub Paul. Maybe in a bit, Mac. It said the Optic Gaming House. Yeah, but they're just blatantly wrong. She's not at the Optic Gaming House. Not at the moment. There's a resub, Mark. Thanks the bits virus. Wow, that was sweet. Thanks for the kind words, man. Have you read about the Josh Primo update? No. This was the player that whipped his dick out for the who did he whip his dick out in front of? It was multiple women, right? Dumped NBA star goes after team therapist who exposed him. Oh, no, it seems like it was one woman. Joshua Primo, the shunned NBA newcomer, cut amid allegations he regularly exposed himself to a team therapist. And Josh has now accused her of using ugly stereotypes and racially charged fears for her own financial gain. Seems like an interesting strategy. Didn't he admit to it and say he's getting help for it? So is he now claiming that she's lying? Thanks a bits, Harvey. And the resub Kiza. And yeah, I know Drake posted some hentai. Thanks a bits, B Woods. Damn, there's a big story about it. Bro was supposed to be an up-and-coming star for the Spurs, but ruined his career because he was horny. Yeah, seems like it. Where'd Josh Primo come from? I wasn't keeping up with the college scene this year. Who did he play for? Is recent parallel. Antonio Brown just did this in a public pool. Yeah, difference is Antonio Brown isn't actively playing in the NFL now. He can show his dick all he wants now. It's free reign. He played for Alabama. Oh. You see that Twitter managers told staff to work for 12 hours, 7 days a week. That's last I saw that was from one source so far. It's not that I like doubt it. That definitely seems like something that would absolutely happen, but I'm going to wait until that's confirmed for multiple sources. There's a picture of a staff member sleeping in a sleeping bag on the floor of the headquarters. Hey, maybe they just really like the office floors. Thanks, Resub Torin. Hey, take this picture of me sleeping real quick. That kind of shit does happen in Japan. I remember most of the animators came out, well, like the lower level animators came out letting people know like they legitimately have to sleep at the office in order to keep up with the fucking hours that they're forced to work. So it can happen. It does happen, unfortunately. The Twitter situation, I only saw one source so far. Maybe there'll be more to come out and confirm it. But for now, I'll just wait. Here's the Prime Bud in the Resub, Missouri. I slept on a store floor more than a few times when managing a Sam Goody of all places. What the fuck is a Sam Goody? It's a tier 1 virus. A Sam Goody? Sorry to hear that, but what the fuck is that? Is that like a D's Nuts thing? It's like an FYE. Oh. I've never heard of that. Maybe we just don't have that in Florida, or it just never was popular here. Thanks, the resub doodle. I've never heard of it. I don't know what to tell you. We had FYE growing up. I never heard of a Sam Goody. Any drama today? Apparently some streamer masturbated on stream. It's kind of hype. Other than that, not really. Just some more like interesting news stuff. Not really drama. Source on that? It's top of LSF right now. I can't pull it up for obvious reasons. They're looking at Pokemon Reborn since yesterday. I actually totally fucking forgot. I'm not gonna lie to you. Here, I'll put it in the tab so I don't forget. Okay. Did they get banned yet? I would imagine. They had like 5K viewers. She had a pretty cool butthole. Nice, I'm glad to hear that. Bro, what the fuck is Drake doing? He's posting hentai. Let the man be a little horny. God damn. Everyone likes when a celebrity talks about anime and shit. Now we got one posting about hentai. Like, let it be. Let's be happy for him. Is there some power and smelly? Is the resub Vader? Yeah, I saw Kanye's making his own No Nut November, where he's not talking, he's not watching porn, and he's not, something else, I don't remember. But yeah, I saw he's doing his own No Nut November. You gonna live stream God of War Ragnarok? Of course I will. Jesus Christ, yeah, absolutely. Thanks to tier 1 LFG. He's a resub retro. And the tier 1 Cheek. And the resub Collider. You see, Elon is reviving Vine. I don't think he will. But yeah, I saw he threatened to revive Vine. I just don't think he will. That would be significantly more money than he's already invested into this shithole. I don't think he will. He did surprise you last time, though. He did. It took him less than a week to make a wild idea come to fruition. So yeah, he could surprise me again and bring back Vine at the cost of even more money, I guess. I don't see why he would. He's not going to beat TikTok. He's just going to hemorrhage even more money. Elon announced he's firing 50% of the Twitter employees to save money. Is it 50%? Because I read 70. Regardless, he's firing a large portion of that company. He's going to have to replace those workers, too, at some point. Unless they truly did nothing, which I would believe, because Twitter sucks. He's a tier 1 Neon. If you had that much money to throw away, what would be your one stupid purchase? I don't have any stupid purchases in mind. I have great ideas in mind. If I had his level of wealth, like I said, I think it was even yesterday someone asked something similar. The first thing I'd do is I'd hire away all of the Japanese animation talent from directors, producers, animators, artists, and I'd form a fucking super company. Actually pay them great wages, not work them to death, so that way they can actually get excited about their work and just produce bangers. That would be like my very first big venture with that level of wealth. That's nerdy as fuck. It is, but it's such a great idea. Another thing I've always really wanted to do, and I think even Kaya mentioned this as well, if with unlimited wealth, have a company that specializes in reviving dead franchises to make them, like, bring them back, make them good again. City of Heroes would be, like, the #1 target for me. Bring back City of Heroes. Shit like that. Thanks to the resub. Chiposity. Nah, City of Heroes would do great in today's MMO landscape. It's like the only MMO that's not a World of Warcraft ripoff. There's like 2 kinds of MMOs. World of Warcraft and then RuneScape. Everything else is just World of Warcraft adjacent. City of Heroes had its own unique identity. Final Fantasy XIV. I guess I didn't get deep enough to know if there's like a huge distinction. Thanks to the resub Mamba. You see the final Sonic Frontiers trailer? I had doubts, but it looks good now. Let's see. I'll just check it out. I'm assuming it's Showdown. Thanks, Resub Inspire You.
Find the Chaos Emeralds.
Thanks, Resub Grease.
Tear down the walls between dimensions.
Yeah, the open world just still does not seem that interesting, man. I'm thinking all like the actual worlds outside of the open exploration are gonna be fun. But like just looking at this, it's just these like random little mini obstacles that you ski through to get your rings, jump around. I don't know, it just feels so lifeless and haphazardly thrown in little obstacles to go through. But outside of like a dead open world, all the stuff they've shown with the actual like focused levels looks good. See, like this stuff, like the actual levels look good.
Destroy the cartels.
Is the resub fly trap? The OST's going hard. Here's hoping it's good. I don't have a lot of faith in the open world component, but I do like what I see from the control, like the actual focused levels. Maybe the open world's better than it lets on in all these trailers. We'll see. He's a resub. Ethan. It's apparently getting good reviews from people with review copies. That bodes pretty well. The Knuckles prequel short looks sick too. The 6-minute divergence. They made like a little cartoon. That seems cool. Did you see the Canadian bill that would fine workers $4,000 for each day of a strike? What? Thanks at Prime Lido. Is that actually accurate? Because that seems unreal. Like that seems like something that couldn't have passed. It's real and happening in Ontario. Wow. Wow. You saw a TikTok star facing charges for hitting a golf ball into a Grand Canyon? Nah, it doesn't sound super interesting though. It just sounds like a shitty TikToker doing a shitty prank. Yeah, Tiana's watching it. Well, watching American Dad's the wrong word for it. She's just sleeping through American Dad. Thanks, resub fielder. Thanks, the resub stub. Haven't seen American Dad in years. She had it on before going to bed for a while, so I saw a few episodes when I never actually watched it before. It's not terrible. It's really not. It's not nearly as bad as Family Guy. The few episodes I saw were fine. I didn't hate it. Family Guy's bad now? Family Guy's been bad for like a decade. I enjoy both, fuck you. That's fine, man. I can't stand Family Guy, though. She had that on for a while before going to bed. I couldn't keep a whole episode on. It was fucking unbearable. I don't know, that was a hot take. I see Family Guy getting shit on all the time on Twitter. There's a prime match in the resub. Irony. Did you mind it in the beginning? No, there was definitely a period where Family Guy was fun, but I was also a kid at the time, so I don't really know if it's like good or if I was just young. Season 8 and above is where it starts going downhill. Couldn't tell you. I'd say about 10 years, though, of me not enjoying that show even slightly. Thanks for 5 gift subs, Sir W. Thoughts on my boss firing me? Damn, sorry to hear that. Sounds like shit. That's my take on it. You watched the new Avatar Way of the Water trailer? No, I'll check it out though. Alright. This is the final trailer before release, right? Because this comes out in, what, like a month or something? I have legitimately no expectations of this.
I know you think I'm crazy.
Never mind those big rocks.
But I feel her.
Man, I don't even remember the story of Avatar. Probably have to
I
rewatch
hear
it.
her heartbeat. She's
Did I enjoy the first Avatar? No. Visuals were cool, but that was it.
So what does her heartbeat sound like?
Mighty.
Vin Diesel's in this?
You bring your war here.
I don't remember that.
Outcast. That's all they see.
I see.
The way of water connects all things. Before your birth and after your death.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like what I would expect.
I need you with me. And I need you to be strong. Strong
Thanks to resub Sheep in Schwing. They give sub Beamoth. Yeah, again, I have no fucking thoughts on that. I did not like the first Avatar. I don't expect to like this one, but I'm open to being surprised, pleasantly surprised. I think the visuals are going to be great. I think the story is going to be ass. It's a tech demo with a story. Yeah, well, that's what the first one really was. The first one was quite literally like a tech demo and nothing else. No, it's actually still the first best-selling movie because they released that shit like 9 times every time it's about to hit number 2. Avatar 2 gonna break that again? I don't think so, man. I think Avatar 2 is not even gonna break the top 10. That's my prediction. Avatar is a movie that most people don't remember shit from, other than the fact that it's the most highest grossing film ever. Most people couldn't even tell you the name of the villain. Actually, I would wager most people can't even tell you the name of the main character. He's a tier 1 Fluffy and the resub Furious. It's Jake. Well, yeah, it's Jake. Now everyone in chat knows because it only takes one person to say it. Jax Films did that video going out in public just asking random people if they could name anyone from Avatar, and almost no one could do it. I think if you just ask somebody, hey, what do you remember about Avatar? It's going to be like crickets. Doesn't matter if anyone cared about Avatar, people are still going to see it. Yeah, true. I'm sure it'll do well, I just don't think it's going to break the top 10. I guess we'll see, though. Thanks to resub Aquaracy. I really just feel like the first Avatar was lightning in a bottle because it was carried by the visuals and the 3D technology that James Cameron was pumping out. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Avatar somehow has like a diehard fan base. You ever played the game? The Avatar game? No. Thanks to give sub Bimo. The resub robot. 3 hours long, no way. It's 3 hours and 10 minutes is the runtime for the new Avatar. And it's gonna be a non-stop thrill ride, I'm sure. Who's gonna watch all that? Yeah, that's another thing. I think they've made it way too long. I think that's gonna scare off most people. Like, if you go to see Avatar Way of the Water, that's a whole day. That is your entire day gone. And I feel like for a lot of people that's a hard sell, especially for some shit like Avatar. Yeah, the movie is 3 hours and 10 minutes. Here. Avatar Way of the Water runtime revealed to be more than 3 hours long, and I believe it was 3 hours and 10 minutes. He's a resub DK. In-game was 3 hours and literally 0 people cared, and that movie was dog shit until the last 30 minutes. I don't know about dog shit, but yeah, I agree. The first half really felt worthless. It really just felt super silly because wasn't it supposed to be one movie? All of it was supposed to be one movie. So then the first half of In-Game was supposed to be just still part of Infinity War, where everything's just kind of like going right and they're going through time. And yeah, it didn't go super hard. In-Game just wasn't as good. Had a great conclusion though. I did like the last 30-40 minutes. Three hours is not a whole day. What an astute observation. Nothing gets by you. But here, let's factor in going to the movie theater, sitting through the previews, then watching the movie, then going home. You're looking at probably about 5 hours all up. Previews aren't that long. People have said that before, and I decided to do the data research myself. So every time I've gone to a movie, I time how long the previews are. I'll get there and like early enough to see the first preview, and I time from the first preview to the movie starts. On average, it's 21 minutes. 21 minutes from the time the movie is slated to start, like when you buy a ticket and it says 3:30. That's when the previews start. The average on all the movies I've gone to is 21 minutes. It's 26 minutes, bro. I work at a theater. Oh, Jesus. Maybe I get lucky at my theater then? I don't know. But every time I have timed it, and I do it every time, it is about 21 minutes. Plus the Nicole Kidman ad. True. And here, stories feel perfect. Because here... That is pretty hype. Are you going to watch the One Piece Red movie? I probably will, because Tiana really wants to watch it. Apparently, I don't need to see, like be caught up on One Piece to understand it, so it should be fine. Thanks, resub. Hinsop? I wish I was in the new Avatar movie. I would have sold the shit out of it. Exhibits Fino. Jesus Christ, Fino, what the fuck? That's terrible. There's a resub Furion. You'll get major spoilers of certain abilities though. I know everything that happens in One Piece. I already know everything. So that doesn't matter to me. How are you liking Chainsaw Man so far? I'm liking it a lot. I think it's very good. Yeah, no, that's some like serious shit, Fino. Not like goofy stuff. You the villain in the new Avatar? Oh man, I wish. I'd love to be in one of these movies. Just as like a nobody character. You should check out the documentary Alien Life Part 2. Is that the oh fuck, what's the name of that channel? Is it Melody Sheep? I think it's Melody Sheep. Thanks for the bits. Nally. Yeah, they make great stuff. Did you change your Twitch name, Caleb? From Swole Joels to Just Joels? I did. That's a bold move. There's use of Jakey in the bit stretch. There's way more hype for this movie than I thought there'd be. Yeah, same. I mean, it's got a ton of views for only a day being out, so yeah, it's gonna do well. I still would be surprised if it broke the top 10, but we'll see. Thanks, Resub Doctor. Imagine it gets #1 sales and highest rated movie of all time. Oh man, that'd be fucking wild. I'd just be happy if it's good. I would like this to be good, as opposed to 3 hours and 10 minutes of trash. So I guess we'll see. Halo Infinite's first update in months is a fucking ray tracing update. Yeah, and I heard they fucked it up too. I heard the ray tracing doesn't actually work super well. Thanks, Resub Webhead. What's the best 3-hour movie you've watched? Lord of the Rings. Easy. Thanks for the resub, TC. Which one? All of them are about 3 hours, the whole trilogy. Which one's the longest one? Can't remember which one's the longest. But all of them are about 3 hours. Return of the King. That was the longest. Yeah, I mean they're all amazing. Yeah, it's a bad show. That's why, Nelly. Thanks for the resub, Wax and Albo. The Halo show is just bad. Thanks to Tier 1, Michael. God of War getting great reviews. I'll watch one review. Well, actually, no, I don't want to be spoiled at all. I already knew it'd get like perfect scores. That's not surprising at all. IGN also gave Deathloop a 10-2. Don't even remind me of that shit. I don't know what happened. Like, the collective game journalists all at the same time started taking stupid pills and gave Deathloop rave reviews. I still don't understand what exactly happened there. because Deathloop literally just plays itself. Even then, though. Bro, the multiplayer didn't even work. Like, it was a non-functional component of the game that didn't work. Thanks to the resub busy in the Prime regulator. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch any of the Ragnarok reviews. I'm not gonna risk it. Have you seen the top 10 most disliked IGN reviews of all time? That got recommended to me recently. Let's see. I'm curious. I'm going to take a couple guesses here on a few of them. I think Deathloop is going to be on here. Well, actually, no. This might be going in the opposite direction of giving low scores to great games. Okay, if it's that, then the water one, obviously, that's a given. What are some other, like, really alarming ones? I actually can't think of any off the top of my head. I can only think of extremely high scores to games that absolutely didn't deserve it. I can't think of any low games to games that deserved higher.
Video game journalists. Inscrutable folk, but in many ways, we should be thanking them, because every now and then, usually fighting amongst ourselves to call a brief truce, congregate around the dislike button, and fight back against a common enemy. And with IGN being the poster child for bad video game journalism, I thought I'd create this list of the top 10 most disliked IGN reviews of all time. Because what brings gamers together more than
Ludwig playing Master Duel? That's what I like to hear. Love Yu-Gi-Oh!
So, coming in at number 10, we have their review of Call of Duty Black Ops 3 from 2015, sitting at a respectable 19,000 dislikes. Why?
That's not bad for IGN.
IGN once again gave a Call of Duty game a stupidly high score of 9.2 out of 10, with 0 cons. If it has no cons, why not give it a 10 then? See?
To be fair, and I will never go to bat for IGN, but to be fair, just because there's no complaints doesn't mean the game is like a masterpiece or perfect. Like, I do disagree. Like, if you can't think of anything negative, then that means it's perfect. No, it doesn't mean that. Like, it's great at everything it does, but it doesn't mean it's like the perfect product everyone's going to love.
A 10 then. See, not only do we get angry when IGN rate a game too low, we get just as angry when they rate a game too high.
I don't remember Black Ops 3 being bad.
Franchise like Call of Duty, which releases the same boring game year after year, and IGN keeps giving them 9s out of 10s. And what really pisses on our chips is when they rate games that are clearly more innovative, original, with better mechanics, graphics and gameplay lower than the latest Call of Duty game. So keep this score in mind as we move on down the list.
I don't remember Black Ops 3 well enough to know if
we have
it's...
their Sonic Unleashed review from 2008.
Man, we're going way back. What the fuck?
The reviewer basically tears the game to shreds.
There's one thing you should know about Sonic Unleashed before spending your hard-earned money on it. It's a big piece of garbage. Big piece of garbage. Indeed, it's games like this that make reviewers rethink their lives. Now,
it's not that bad.
When it comes to Sonic games.
It's fine.
Someone at Sega hates the Hedgehog with all his might, and he's going about trying to sabotage the franchise with these awful games.
Yet he still ends up somehow giving the game a 4.5. He claims the jump button is unresponsive, then proceeds to jump over the boost ramp to his death.
The jump button can be fatally unresponsive at times, and it's just a lot of trial and error gameplay that can get a little bit repetitive after a while.
And his hot take on why he shouldn't have to upgrade Sonic's speed is so fresh.
I mean, really, do I need to pay to upgrade Sonic's speed? Shouldn't Sonic be as fast as he can be from the get-go? Isn't that the reason why I bought a Sonic game in the first place? Oh, and you can cleanse people's souls by taking pictures of them. I'm not even joking about that.
That's fucking hype,
though. In the world
though.
of video games, why would taking a picture to cleanse someone's soul be so far-fetched? I mean, he knows he's playing a game in which he's controlling an anthropomorphic werewolf hedgehog, doesn't he?
But at the end
of the day, by 2008 standards, Sonic Unleashed wasn't that bad. Gamers were just annoyed at another IGN reviewer haphazardly reviewing a game they clearly had.
It's not like an amazing game, but it's fine. I remember Unleashed being okay. Like, I didn't hate it.
Sitting at a cozy 21,000 dislikes, their 2016 review of Uncharted 4 is at number 8. So, what were we angry about this time?
Though it's let down by a lack of imagination and some self-indulgence, especially in a third act that drags on far too long.
A 9 out of 10. The dreaded, bloated third act. You know a game...
That's not even wrong. I actually said something very similar back when I first beat this game. That is very fair. That is super fair. Like, that's just Uncharted fans being salty. That's a very fair criticism.
Game's gonna be good when IGN give it a 9 out of 10 and we still come after them with pitchforks. Oh, I love us. But IGN have to meet us halfway. They can't give Black Ops 3 a 9.2.
Yeah, if you're gonna... So this is... I think this is fair. It is a much better game than Black Ops 3, for sure. But I think they just grade it differently, right? Like, I feel like it's not far-fetched to be like, for a fucking Call of Duty multiplayer shooter, 9.2 makes sense, and then grade Uncharted differently. It's two different people on two different, very different games. But yeah, if you're going to compare direct scores, then yeah, it's a little odd that Uncharted 4 would be lower than Black Ops 3.
Black Ops 3 a 9.2 no cons, and Uncharted 4 a 9. Calling its third act bloated and saying it has a curious lack of imagination when the entirety of Black Ops 3 is a bloated third act.
Man, this video is actually... like, the video is actually convincing me IGN's done an alright job with some of this shit. I've been like a big IGN hate watcher for a minute, but I completely agree with them on Uncharted 4. That is super fair criticism. And Black Ops 3 was good. Like, it's not the best. 9.2 is high, but it was good.
Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition slashes its way into our number 7 slot with 24,000 dislikes. Now,
no horse in this race.
Has all the hallmarks of a classic bad IGN review. Firstly, the review contains a massive spoiler where they show, without warning, a late game unlockable character in the menu screen which would spoil the whole first half of the game. Now, you'd think IGN would take the video down, edit out the spoiler, and re-upload it. But instead, they decided to leave this pinned comment in the comment section. Lazy bastards. Next, the reviewer goes on to call Melia,
one of the weaker characters from the main campaign,
a sentiment Xenoblade fans strongly disagree with, and then calls the character Dunban Duncan. This time, however, they did edit out the mistake. But even in the re-edit, he still pronounces the name wrong, with a horrendous drop in audio quality, which sounds like he did the voice edits on one of these.
RPGs, the story goes to some really weird places that are as confusing as they are preposterous. The core Xenoblade experience remains intact here, lovable meathead Ryan, or the stoic and inscrutable Dunban.
They call Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition
the best version of Xenoblade Chronicles we've ever had.
Giving it an 8 out of 10. Which is a lower score than they gave the original release and 3DS port. Work that one out.
Don't know Xenoblade, no horse in that race. Well, I know Xenoblade, I haven't played it.
At number 6 is their Shin Megami Tensei 5 review with 36,000 dislikes. And IGN managed to piss everyone off within the first 6 seconds of the review.
Shin Megami Tensei 5 feels like the edgier, less sociable younger brother of Persona 5.
The reviewer complains about how certain aspects
Isn't
of the
Persona
game
5
are
a
not
spin-off
the
of
same
Shin
as a
Megami
Persona
Tensei?
game, which to Shin Megami Tensei fans is the entire point. It's not so much a standalone review of Shin Megami Tensei 5, but more a video comparing two different series and taking marks off of one game because it's not like the other.
Where SMT5 consistently fell short for me as a massive Persona fan, though, was the writing. It takes
you can never do that.
20 hours to find
even having not played this game, there's no point in comparing it to a completely different game.
And figuring out what's going on, in contrast to Persona 5, which makes things personal right away. I just couldn't shake the feeling that this was Persona without the heart. Without the unforgettable companion characters, the potent personal story, the incredible soundtrack, and the jaw-dropping twists and turns.
Giving the game an 8, with the only negatives being that it's not like Persona, is mental, and fans of the Shin Megami Tensei series were absolutely right to call this one out.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair. If his main complaint was it's not similar to Persona, then that's some dog shit.
Things are hotting up now. Doom 2016 blasts its way in at number 5 with a healthy 42,000 dislikes.
Wait, what? Didn't they give this a good score?
On about how Doom 2016 feels too Doom.
For some, this is exactly what Doom should be because it resembles the 1993 game of the same name. But with all due respect, those are desperately low expectations. But it doesn't really distinguish itself by recreating 25-year-old gameplay.
2 minutes and 15 seconds is all the time he gives to reviewing Doom's main campaign before moving on to the multiplayer, which he also
multiplayer
hates.
was bad.
Fixed power-up placement and shortcuts give experienced players who know the map an advantage.
No. Really? Do you mean to tell me that if players learn the maps and best weapon locations, they have an advantage?
This makes the decision to
the multiplayer was bad. That's fair.
A Call of Duty style leveling system that much stranger because it gives experienced players another leg up with access to better weapons and more powerful demon runes.
So experienced players that put more time and effort into the multiplayer.
No, it's even a multiplayer genre.
It's
even a multiplayer genre I like, but Doom 2016 just did not do it well. I was not a fan of the multiplayer, and I was pretty excited for it. I even played the beta. Or, was it a beta? What did they release? Was it a tech preview? I don't remember now. It's been so many years. But they released the multiplayer a bit early. It just wasn't that good. I wanted it to be good, though. But it was just, eh.
You're blowing my mind, IGN. Blowing my mind! So what was the verdict on one of the best shooters to have come out in the last 15 years?
Ooh, that is stinky.
7.1 out of 10.
It still meets the...
What the fuck? Wait, what? They gave it a 7? Yeah, that's some trash. The cons being loadouts and repetitive arenas. So they must have graded it very harshly on the multiplayer, thinking that Doom was mainly a multiplayer title. Yikes. 2016 was overrated. Man, I couldn't disagree more. I recently replayed that too. That game is so fucking good and is still good. And the speedrun goes hard. Eternal's better, but 2016 is still good.
0.1 out of 10.
It still meets the high bar Call of Duty fans expect.
Amazingly, we have a tie at our number 4 spot between two different Pokemon game reviews. Pokemon Alpha Sapphire Omega Ruby and Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Oh, they gave Sword and Shield a great score, didn't they?
5,000 dislikes. And believe it or not, Sapphire Ruby is probably the most infamous review on this list because it gave birth to the most popular IGN meme, Too much water.
Yeah.
It's not a new complaint, but the Hoenn region is still imbalanced type-wise, heavily favoring water Pokemon. It's especially noticeable in Alpha Sapphire since the villainous Team Aqua uses a lot of water types. It just feels like there are water Pokemon in nearly every battle, and I have an overleveled Pikachu to show for it. You also have to navigate many bodies of water, which makes much of the late game incredibly tedious.
Other than saying the game has too much water and too many hidden moves, she doesn't seem to have anything else negative to say about the remaster.
I didn't play the remaster.
Fans, as understanding and compassionate as they may be, were just perplexed as to why having too much water would have such a heavy effect on the overall rating of the game, which the reviewer gives a 7.8. So politely picking up their pitchforks,
that might be a fair overall score. Couldn't tell you I didn't play it. Stupid complaint though.
A meme so powerful it now completely embodies the entire bad video game journalism topic. Right, onto Sword and Shield.
Same nostalgic.
This was bad. I remember this one.
Victim to getting stuck in the past. It streamlines and fixes many of the series' long-running problems, from excessive tutorials to the tedium of navigating random encounters. Simply put, Sword and Shield are the best Pokemon games I have ever played, and I've played them all.
Big words from IGN there. It seems that some people like this game and some people think it's an absolute underwhelming letdown. But it's no question that everyone was expecting the second Pokemon game on the modern console to look much better than it did, and include all pre-existing Pokemon, which it didn't, causing the whole Game Freak lied controversy. When they said the reason why they're not including all pre-existing Pokemon was because they were remaking character models and their animations, not just
and then the community ended up doing it for them.
Games. Then a Reddit post surfaced showing allegedly leaked data-mined comparisons of Sword and Shield's character models alongside character models from older games that seemed to completely contradict what Game Freak had previously said, aka Game Freak lied. So I think we're not just seeing people disagreeing with IGN's stupidly high score for another Pokemon game.
I still think Sword and Shield is by far the worst Pokemon games like ever made, and that's saying something when most of them for the last like 12, 15 years have been super lazy. Well, that's not fair. 15's too long. The last like 10-ish years have been super lazy. Sword and Shield somehow is all the laziness you'd expect from Game Freak and half the content as older titles. It's so bad. I couldn't stand it. I couldn't fucking stand it. I think I gave it a 50 on the moist meter. I can't quite recall, but I was really upset by it.
But also protest dislikes after feeling they had been lied to by the developers and IGN hilariously getting caught in the crossfire. Gotta love it.
Here's the bits, Nelly. All Pokemon games have been the same for a decade. They were for a while, but they tried something new with Arceus, and while it wasn't like a full hit, it wasn't a full miss either. They're going in the right direction. I think Arceus has good ideas that they need to flesh out. But for the first time in a long time, Game Freak's finally trying something different. Like, drastically different, that is, as opposed to just the same formula they've worn out.
Cruising its way into our number 3 slot is their review of Days Gone from 2019 with 50,000 dislikes. What did IGN do now? Well, first off, this is the same reviewer that gave Uncharted 4 with its bloated third act a 9. So she was already on the Sony fanboys' naughty dog list. And boy howdy, she pulled no punches here, giving
this game
Days
sucked.
Gone
this game was
6.
fucking trash on release.
Calling it
absolute
bloated
trash
as well.
Days Gone ultimately feels bloated.
It's
like
fucking
a movie
trash.
That goes on for an hour longer than it needs.
I know they made
to
it better
or
over
should
time,
have.
but this
There's
is released. It
definitely
was
a good
terrible.
game in here somewhere. You can feel it in the crunchy combat and when running from an enormous freaker horde. Some fine-tuning and editing could have removed the tedium and highlighted what makes this game unique and interesting. But Days Gone rides strictly down the middle of the dusty road and never finds its rhythm.
Now, the general consensus is that the game is pretty good, and I think gamers felt the 6.5 was unjustified and found some of the reviewers' criticisms disingenuous. Like here, for instance, when she criticises the bad writing.
Which Days Gone insists on telling largely through tedious, barely interactive flashbacks of him and his wife. The dialogue's pretty bad.
But only if you promise to ride me as much as you ride your bike.
On the face of it, you'd think the reviewer
God,
has
I
a
forgot
point.
how fucking
Out of
stupid the
context,
game was.
That line does seem really cringy.
Jesus.
But earlier on in the game, Deacon's wife Sarah specifically asked Deacon not to say that line at their wedding, only to surprise him by saying it herself. The reviewer also hits us with...
It doesn't change anything, it's still stupid.
Deacon could also unlock a slow-mo ability early on, which makes no sense for a biker, but it allows you to relieve the pressure for a moment if you get overwhelmed.
It's a game with guns. What on earth is she blathering about? Why should riding a bike stop us from having a slow motion ability in our zombie shooting game?
Because Days Gone's missions suffer from repetition across the board.
Oh, what's that, IGN? You don't like repetitive missions? Then why did you give the 888th Assassin's Creed game a 9.2 only 6 months earlier?
See, that's why this is what I thought the video would focus on. They give extremely high scores to games that are just truly mediocre. The ones here is like offending fanboys of a title, like Days Gone. That game was absolutely fucking miserable on launch. It was so bad. So bad. Like that, her review was far more generous than I would have been. It's most disliked? Yeah, I know. But I didn't realize it was just going to be these. I thought more people got mad about this. As opposed to, Days Gone's not a 6.5, it's a 7. What did I give it? I couldn't finish it. I couldn't finish Days Gone to even moist meter it. It was too fucking boring and bad. And broken. A lot of people forget how broken that game released. I couldn't finish it. I hated it. I didn't even moist meter that shit. There's a Prime Vigilante in the resub. Ray. Give me 1 second though. I gotta pee real quick. I'll be right back. back. Here's the Prime Queen and Caviar and the resub Kelp and Fino.
Yeah, another inconsistent IGN review, coupled with pissing off every Sony fanboy again, is why this review took the number 3 slot.
Oh, also, one thing that I was thinking about while pissing, I think IGN could save themselves a lot of trouble and stop being such a remarkable punching bag if they would just get rid of the pros and cons screen. Because they can't, like, actually convey their actual problems with a game through a con screen of like 5 words. So they need to just get rid of that shit. They did? Oh, did they? Nice.
Unbelievably, at number 2, we have a 3-way tie. Alien Isolation, Death Stranding, and SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated reviews
Interesting.
all managed to achieve 51,000 dislikes each, and all 3 games couldn't be more different from one another, which just showcases IGN's remarkable ability to enrage gamers regardless of what types of games they review. At this point, it actually starts to become impressive. When I began researching for this video, watching one bad IGN review after the other, I looked a lot like this.
Stoic and
But by the time I got to the end, on finding out that they'd managed to reach 51,000 dislikes on 3 separate occasions, the agony and pure frustration started to melt away, replaced by amazement and a cheerful, bubbly, light-hearted sense of childlike wonder. So, how did IGN manage to rack up 153,000 dislikes across 3 reviews? Well, a good start would be giving Alien Isolation a 5.9 out of 10.
But when the genuine scares of being hunted by an unstoppable predator are so diluted by repetition and padding, Isolation's epic length really does work against it.
That's real bad.
Someone is going to make an incredible Alien video game that checks every box. But sadly, Isolation is not it.
Needless to say, gamers were outraged, and judging by the comment section, still are. And rightly so. It's one of the most atmospheric, tense,
yeah, that is like actually one of the better horror games
ever made. Even 8 years after its release, it's still better than most, if not all, of the crappy horror shovelware games you'll come across today. And it didn't help that IGN gave Goat Simulator an 8 out of 10 6 months earlier.
You can't keep comparing 2 wildly different reviewers and wildly different games and their scores. That is an actual nothing burger. But yeah, this is a terrible, terrible, terrible review for Alien Isolation.
Laughable criticisms the reviewer makes is how he was killed, even though he was motionless and out of sight.
Fright dissolved into frustration as I got killed from behind for the umpteenth time, even as I was crouched motionless and out of sight in an air duct.
But leaves out the fact that he was holding the motion sensor that alerts aliens to your position, which the game makes perfectly clear, and it's just another case of IGN getting the completely wrong person for the job. A mistake they also made with their review of Death Stranding, which they gave a 6.8.
Certain landmark games in recent years,
a little low, but I agree. I didn't really like Death Stranding. I loved the atmosphere. I even liked a lot of the narrative, as confusing, convoluted, and messy as it was. I just thought the game overall was fucking miserable to play. A game I will never ever even remotely consider touching again. You gave it a 50? I don't think I gave it a 50. I thought I gave it a 70. I'm going off memory. I might have given it a 60. I think I was in the 60 to 70 ballpark. I can't fully recall. It's an absolute terrible game from a gameplay perspective. There's nothing fun about it. There's nothing enjoyable about it. And the tedium isn't there as like a lesson or a deeper meaning. It's just tedium for the sake of tedium. Fucking hated it. Hated the gameplay.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Red Dead Redemption 2 have managed to successfully tread the line between the rigidity of realism and the exhilaration of pure escapism. Death Stranding possesses similarly lofty ambitions, inventive ideas, and a sprawling, spectacular map, but it's all been saddled on a backbone made of repetitive mission design and arduous traversal that simply can't support its weight over
Tier 1 yummy in the prime,
journey.
Tony.
This review apparently isn't for everyone.
Perfectly balanced.
Just
this man plays RuneScape and thinks Death Stranding is boring? Yeah, but I'm under no delusion that RuneScape is fun. At all. It's not. Maxing is one of the most miserable things I've ever done in my life. I don't defend the RuneScape grind. Quite the opposite. And now you're really grasping at straws. Death Stranding is straight up fucking miserable to play. You know, in fact, I compare it a lot to RuneScape. Tedium for the sake of tedium. Grinding, rune crafting, I think I've spent the better part of like 250 hours over the last 2 months on rune crafting. And that's how it feels in Death Stranding. Just point A to point B a million fucking times, traversing slowly, maybe setting up your zip lines to make it a little bit quicker, but not by much. I set up an elaborate network of zip lines to try and make it quicker in my playthrough, and it didn't improve it much. It's just fucking miserable to play. But there always was at least somewhat of a payoff with a really interesting world and story to it.
And it's definitely a game you have to be in the right mood and frame of mind to play. Which, if you are, there's no doubt you'll find the 6.8 score absolutely ridiculous. And even if the game's not for you, I'm sure you'd still be able to appreciate that Death Stranding is a truly unique AAA one-off experience from one of gaming's living legends, Hideo Kojima. And lest we forget, in the very same month, in the very same year, they gave Pokemon Sword and Shield a 9.3 out of 10. Okay, last game in this three-way tie. SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. How is it even possible to get 51,000 dislikes on your review of a remake of a 17-year-old mediocre SpongeBob SquarePants platformer that PS2 kids remember fondly? Well, from what I can tell, his main problem with the game is that it feels like a remake of a 17-year-old mediocre SpongeBob SquarePants platformer that PS2 kids remember.
It's exactly
fondly,
what people wanted.
And it doesn't feel as good as the Crash and Spyro.
I don't remember what he gave it though.
Accompanied by some imaginative improvements, but those few bright spots aren't enough to bring Battle for Bikini Bottom's passable but simplistic gameplay up to the standard of a 2020 platformer.
That wasn't the point.
Let alone impressive recent remakes like the Spyro Reignited trilogy. All three playable characters, SpongeBob, Sandy...
That's a weird comparison, because Spyro just did exactly what SpongeBob did. They just kept everything intact. The thing is, with Spyro, it's just a better game, so it ages a little bit better. Battle for Bikini Bottom's still like just a fun, old-school, nostalgic game, though.
And Patrick have the same repetitive few lines of dialogue that they bleed out after finding collectibles, grabbing health, or hitting enemies.
I feel like a new sponge. Oh, sparkly! I love opening presents.
By the 30th time I heard them, I just wanted to stop playing.
He then goes on to call the remake of a 17-year-old mediocre SpongeBob SquarePants platform
dated, I bet.
PS2 kids remember fondly. Get this, too kid-friendly.
Battle for Bikini Bottom is an incredibly easy platformer with only a few truly challenging sections thrown in. The difficulty jump in levels like SpongeBob...
Man came in here expecting something very different.
Such whiplash from the rest of the adventure. And when they're done, the challenge reverts to being simplistic and kid-friendly for its final few challenges.
Ultimately, us gamers are always happy when a game from our childhood gets a good remake, which is what Rehydrated is. Okay, it doesn't add any bells and whistles, but what did the reviewer expect them to do with Battle for Bikini Bottom? Add a Battle Royale mode? And the gamers that enjoyed this game as kids, who probably just wanted to take a load off and rekindle their youth for a few hours, didn't appreciate another disinterested, monotone IGN review raining on their parade.
That's so low for no reason. Yeah, that one's pretty bad. Rough.
It's the big one. The Last of Us Part 2 is the most disliked IGN review of all time.
They gave it a 10, I think,
double
right?
that of our number 2 games, a whopping 91,000 dislikes. Spoiler alert, covering the build-up and leaks and the controversy around this game is another video entirely, but let me just cover the main kick in the balls. The first game is one of the most loved and critically acclaimed games of all
masterpiece,
time. No
fucking
question.
Masterpiece.
Not just for its graphics and gameplay, but for its storytelling, dialogue, and the relationship that develops between the two main characters, Joel and Ellie. and as the credits rolled on the first game, the 7-year-long wait for the sequel began. Then about a month prior to The Last of Us 2's release came the leaks, with one leak towering above the rest. The leak was a cutscene of Joel.
In IGN's defense, once again, no matter what they would have given this game, they're fucked. If you reviewed Last of Us 2, you were fucked. No matter what. If you loved it, you get fucked. If you hated it, you get fucked. There has never been a more contentious title, a more divisive title in the history of gaming. There is not a single one that even comes close. People feel very strongly on both sides, so no matter what, your opinion was going to be incendiary.
The main character from The Last of Us getting his head caved in by an athletic woman with a golf club. Needless to say, fans of the series were stunned. Not only did they have to deal with the main character of their favourite game getting killed off, but they then had to continue playing the game as the random chick that killed him. And so when IGN said this...
This is a weird way of talking about it. I said this in my Moist Meter. I feel like the game was out of order. If they had done this sequence in a more, I don't even know a better word, but a more logical order, I feel like it would have been much better received. Every beat that the story hits is a fine beat in a bad spot. There was no reason to start with what happened. I'm going to try and avoid spoilers because I'm sure there's still people that want to play it. Like, there was absolutely no reason to start there and then make you, like, hate playing as that character the whole time. It feels weird. You had, like, if you didn't... Man, it's so hard to fucking get the thoughts across without the spoilers. Point being, they had a lot of moments that they could have put at the front and had a much more cohesive story that would be a lot more sensical for how it all plays out. And it would have been a lot better received. But they went like whole hog immediately. No, I'm not even just talking about the Joel stuff. Getting into spoilers again. They spend a lot of time with the Joel and Ellie flashbacks, like, sprinkled throughout randomly. They could have front-loaded those flashbacks more towards the start before the Joel death, and it would have made a lot more sense, as opposed to just going, like, full raw right away, killing Joel. And they could have also built up the Abby flashbacks a little more in the front, and then work up to her revenge on Joel, as opposed to having it come out of the fucking nowhere, like a goddamn jump scare out of nowhere, and then have you play as that character for 12 hours. They could have built it up, and then you feel almost sympathetic playing as them, as opposed to, like, try and, like, force you down the line to feel connected. They could have just done it in a better order, and it would have been a much better experience. And that's what I said in the Moist Meter, too. Like, it just felt out of order.
But while Part 2 is a thrilling adventure, it still makes time for a stunning, nuanced exploration of the strength and fragility of the human spirit. The PlayStation 4 has one of its finest exclusives in one of the generation's best games.
Personally, I only liked the first game. I mean, it was brilliant, don't get me wrong. No need to dislike this video. Wouldn't that be ironic? But once I finished it, I didn't feel the need to ever play it again. We're not talking about Beautiful Joe here, let's be real. And whether or not The Last of Us Part 2 deserves
weird comparison.
to be the
Beautiful
main
Joe slaps, though.
of the most disliked IGN review of all time is up for debate. But what's not up for debate is that IGN continue to be the worst source of video game reviews on the internet. And
I'm very openly not an IGN fan, but there is much worse. There's just straight up much worse. Immediately off top of mind, Polygon. I don't think I have agreed with a Polygon review yet. They're not the worst. They are not good, but they are not the worst.
And long may they reign. Thank you all for watching. I've been the
Is Kotaku even like a legitimate
if you want to
like
see more
game review site anymore?
Like this, and let me know what
I don't even see the reviews
pissed
anymore.
you off the most in the comments. For me, it's Greg Miller's review of Zombie U.
But for now, Zombie U is a one-dimensional whack-a-mole title with some clever ideas that never really come together.
Which lives in my head rent-free. Anyway, take it easy, and remember, never add too much water. And as always, hasta la vista, baby.
Thanks, the resub ability. That was interesting. I wouldn't have expected those to... Well, some of those I would have expected to be on there. I really thought more people got upset about the extremely high scores to undeserving titles, but there was only 2 of those cases in there, which is weird. Thanks, the resub Poopus and JD. I'm surprised God Hand review wasn't in there. It's just not a huge title. That's probably why. It's more of a cult classic. Kotaku got disbarred from video games after the PS5 review. Oh, I forgot all about that, actually. Thanks to the resub. Homie and Beetlejuice. In streams and Haley. What was that? I'm pretty sure I made a video on the old Kotaku PS5 review, didn't I? Here, let me see. This was going back. Where can I find like a more concise? Ugh. I don't want to just go to the actual review itself because it's a long review. Has no one done just like a full summation? I mean, I did make a video on it called Horrible Review of the PS5. I'm not just going to play my own video though. But yeah, I do vaguely remember most of that. Thanks to the resub slime. The bits Fino. Thanks to the resub Poopy. Never forget IGN gave Halo 4 a 9.8. Yeah. I've said this before, I'll say it again. I truly don't believe any of these game outlets are paid off. I think a lot of that shit comes from fear of the fans. They know, like, they'll get eaten alive if they're too harsh on a beloved title, so they get very, very pussyish with it. I don't think they get paid off. They might. I mean, there definitely is a world where that's a possibility. I just don't think so. I really think it's more of just, like, the fear of being attacked by fans on Twitter or some shit. Here's the Prime Copper and the resub. Ev. And the bits of Bungie and Star. You should watch the Black Ops 3 comparison between PS3 and PS4. The game was entirely different on PS3, so much so it was a literal scam and missing entire modes. Eek. Have I ever given 100 on the moist meter? Not yet. There's a couple things I would have, though, if they came out today, like Breaking Bad. 1 week till it might change. Yeah, Elden Ring wasn't far off. God of War Ragnarok, who knows? Maybe that could be the first 100%. God of War 2018 was super close to just being a perfect game, but the main drawback was just there's only like 4 enemies, and there's, I think, 3 boss fights, and everything else is just repeated. So it gets extremely stale just fighting the same shit a million fucking times. And the pacing was a little odd, but the game is super close. So I know Ragnarok fixes that. They have actual boss battles, they have actual enemy variety, and I imagine the pacing is going to go fucking hard considering where the 2018 leaves off. So, I mean, there is a chance that could be 100%. It's got all the pieces in place. Didn't you give ReZero 100? Man, fuck no. I love ReZero, though. I didn't give it 100. There's no anime I'd give 100 to. Not even my favorite one, Code Geass. Man, what the fuck? Didn't you say Minecraft would be 100? If Minecraft came out today, I'd give it 100, yeah. That game is legitimately, like, loved by anyone of all ages and has unlimited content forever. I couldn't think of a more perfect game, even though I'm personally not a huge fan of it. Nope, I did not, Tori. Upgrade was good, though. How do you still not like Minecraft? That seems impossible. It's not even that I don't like Minecraft, I just don't get into it. Like, when I play it on custom worlds with friends, I enjoy it, but, like, I don't play on my own. You just haven't been in the furry RP servers yet. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm missing. Will you be playing Sonic Frontiers? Comes out the day before Ragnarok, so yeah, I'm going to try and bust that shit out. But the second Ragnarok drops, I'm absolutely swapping off Sonic Frontiers. I think it was very fucking stupid for the Hedgehog to go up against Kratos. I don't know why they'd do that. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. There's the bits of Bungie and Nolly. I haven't played a lot of Bone Lab, but it seems cool. Thanks to Resub Sour. A lot of Bungie. Thanks to Resub 4ox. Polygon gave Dark Souls 3 a 7 out of 10, but gave Dark Souls 2 a 9 out of 10 and called it the best Souls game. Yeah, that's Polygon in a nutshell, though. Like, this may be conspiratorial, but I believe it. I think Polygon doesn't even actually play the games. They say what they think the fans want to hear. I cannot think of a single review from Polygon I have ever read where I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I agree. Thanks for the bits, Fino. Who's the best game reviewer besides yourself? Whoever you like to watch. I think I guess maybe not game journalism as a whole, but game reviews are kind of obsolete. Just watch a streamer play it. Watch a Let's Play, and you form your own opinion. Like, you don't really need it now. You can just watch it, like, in real time and make your decisions based on it. I do like Skill Up, though. Skill Up goes hard. Donkey's also great. I don't know if you'd necessarily consider it like a full thorough review of most of the more modern titles because he makes it more fun as opposed to more critical. Though he does usually make, like, points. It's not like a full-blown review. But I do also think the points he makes are very valid for most of the titles that he critiques. Thanks to resub Doe. I'm gonna give sub Joel. Oh, Caleb, I forgot you changed your name. I think Ragnarok is overhyped. How the fuck would I know that, man? I haven't played it yet. Hopefully not. Sleep well, Snert. Yeah, I heard about the Horizon Zero Dawn remake. What's the highest rating you've given on the Moist Meter? I've given a few 95s. I was really close to giving Elden Ring like a 96, just because I think that game is just so close to being like the most beautiful game. That's so arbitrary. Would you have given it a 96 if Elden Beast wasn't Final Boss? Yeah, Final Boss sucks. Radagon's good, but man, Elden Beast is some ass. That wouldn't have really changed anything though, no. No, I've never given a 98, I don't think. Not that I recall. I know I wanted to, like, for Elden Ring, but I don't think I ever did. Thanks to the bits, Paragon. It's just too arbitrary. You ever play Animal Crossing New Horizons? Yep, I liked it. Thanks to the resub, Boily. What's the worst Moist Meter review you ever gave? 2%. Gene Rain. A game I know none of you have heard of. Thanks a Prime Slimy. And the bit Silver. The only reason anyone knows that game is from when I streamed it that one time. That is an absolute nothing game. Here's a give sub Simtex. I don't even know why I fucking Moist Metered that one. I'd be like if I Moist Metered Super Fight. Thanks a bits, Nally. I might replay that at some point, Nally, yeah. Lowest rating of a game we'd know. Shit, I don't know, man. Thanks to Prime. Maximos and the resub Dalto and Smog. Saints Row. Saints Row wouldn't be the lowest, but it's down there. Biomutant's also down there. Thanks to the resub. Mazzari. Look, I'm Goddess of Victory. What's that? What kind of weeb shit is this?
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a Nikkei tier list. It's like the best tier list.
Why did you want me to see this, Caleb? What is it?
Hey guys, welcome back. It's going to have a 40. You want to play loot? Fuck mode. Quicker. Try just or damages SMG. Because as you can see, the boss was just coming down. So I put it on auto. Now I'll put it back on
This
auto,
is a mobile game gotcha, isn't it?
Use all their burst abilities. And now all that big burst damage is coming into the boss, whereas if I didn't, it could have gone into the wave before, and I would have just been sitting there waiting for the boss to come, and I would have wasted my full burst window. So that's it. Like I said, I'll probably do a more in-depth combat guide because there's a lot of things that you can do. So
that does not seem like my kind of game. Exhibit Storm and Mac. Florida deputies arrest Big Bubba. Big Bubba? Okay. Florida deputies arrested Big Bubba body cam. Big Bubba origin story body cam. Should I watch the origin story first, or is this like X-Men Origins Wolverine where I'm supposed to watch it later to get their background? What's best for the lore? Let's watch the arrest first. If this is interesting, I'll learn a little bit more about Bubba. Looks like a meth lab Walter White would be cooking in.
It's Damien.
Bubba! Large Bubba!
What'd I do now? I ain't got no warrant.
Yeah, you got it, bro.
I do not have a warrant.
Bro, I'm not. I wouldn't come here for.
What do I got a warrant for?
Thanks for Prime Neon.
Bro, it's bullshit. Misdemeanor possession of paraphernalia.
What?
Yeah, man.
What, I went to jail
Interesting
for?
tattoos.
I went to jail for that already.
I don't know. Was there a court date that you were supposed to?
No, they arrested me and I got out. I haven't had a court date or nothing. Nah, dude.
Bro,
what the fuck, man?
Bro,
For real, dude?
Listen.
I got my stimulus. I can't even cash it yet, bro. At least let me cash my stimulus so my wife can get me out.
Bro, listen. Listen.
Dude, I knew I should have answered the fucking door, man.
No, not the crack too,
Can you at
Bubba.
least look it up and tell me how I got it, when I got it?
Jesus.
Bro, it's posted.
Bubs.
It just posted up. It just posted.
Like just today?
Not today.
Man's got his whole ass crack out for no reason on a goddamn Tuesday.
Bro.
Dude, it's bullshit. I don't have to have a court date, man.
Listen, Steve. I'm. Other than that, I already.
Dude, y'all are doing this shit to me on purpose, man. Like,
bro, I'm not the one that signs warrants. All right. Listen,
yeah,
you always.
But you see this shit come up, you're like, dude, oh, crumbly.
No, this is not what I do. No, bro. Did I ever treat you bad, bro? Last time when I picked you up, didn't you say that we were nice?
No, but I'm
so
already
this is
on
what.
free bond,
Listen,
man.
I can fucking walk away, but some motherfuckers will come here and hop the fence. You're gonna see you, they hop the fence, fucking kick in the door and go get you. This is not what I'm doing here.
Can you at least give me one more thing? I cash my
I
stimulus?
can't do. No, this is not.
This cop seems like very nice.
I got my socks on,
Listen,
man.
bro, your wife can do that.
It's like they're breaking up. Yeah.
This is what
it's
I
a
can.
paper check, bro.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure your bondsman can take care of that, and they'll you pay him back. What I can do is I'll let you, like last time, I'll let you make all the phone calls.
Okay, so
I'll give you a call. So here's the thing. Yeah, this is why I didn't come here fucking at 11 o'clock. I came here at 5 because it's misdemeanor. I'll call. Maybe it's a fucking ROR. Maybe they'll give you. I can't call and confirm until I'm with the person. You know what I mean? I'll call
He's being so nice to
ROR.
Bubba.
That way
I wonder if it's fear
5, not at 11,
or respect.
So you can be back home.
Okay.
All right, it's cool.
You at least give me time to put the clothes on, make the phone call.
Okay.
Yeah, get your dentures on too, Bubba.
I was eating my.
Okay. Is your wife home?
Yes, my wife.
Can she bring you a listen?
I was just
nothing
eating,
personal.
Finishing
She
my
can
food.
get. I'll
I'm
let
not
you
going
finish.
nowhere, bro. I'm just going in, change my britches.
Listen,
This
this
is
is just a
pajama
policy.
pants, man. I'm
This
not.
is a policy. I don't wanna keep calling you and.
Melinda, get your fuck ass out here, man.
Jesus.
I gotta change my clothes outside. I can't go back in the house.
Okay. Sounds like a loving relationship.
I know,
You're
man.
just a little
but
heated.
You can at least let me get dressed.
Yes. I'll let you
You're
get
gonna make me
dressed.
get dressed outside.
She can give you a fucking
I'm not
hoodie.
going nowhere. When I go in the house, I change my pants.
What is
bro.
that now?
He has
I got another
For
fucking
what?
warrant.
He just got out of jail.
I don't even have a court date. I don't know, man.
I know.
Are you
I'll
fucking
call.
kidding me, dude?
I'll call in. It's a FTA.
The warrant's probably for those shit ass tattoos.
Anyway, it's not. It's a.
That's what I got arrested for.
What you got arrested for already? You went to jail for?
Yeah,
That's the paraphernalia.
But even if he got arrested, there's a court date which
I
he
missed my
probably
court date.
missed.
I don't see how I missed my
Oh my
fucking court
fucking
date.
god, dude! Are you serious?
All right, let's stop
Melinda,
making
give
this
me some
any
pants.
worse.
Give me a shirt.
Yeah, give him some food. I'll let him eat.
Give me a cigarette, please, or a cigarette butt or something.
Yeah, give him a pack of cigarettes to eat,
Listen, I
Melinda.
wouldn't come here just to fuck with you for no reason.
I know, man.
You
but
gotta
it's-
understand.
It's not you,
I know,
bro.
no,
It's just
I
getting
know,
old,
I
man.
know,
You
I know, bro. I know. And to be honest with you, every time I being told that there's a warrant review, I'm like, fuck. Okay, whatever. I mean, and I'm not coming here targeting
It's
you.
like the county building can't got their shit in gear because it's not going to the right. I've been at this dress for a year. I've got all
Is this
my
how
damage
Florida
until
cops
now.
really are? I don't
Until
know.
these last two.
I know, bro. I know.
Trust me, Steven.
Bro, like, it's for listen.
We are with you. Trust me.
I'll call for now, right? I'll call and confirm and
Thanks for
see
Prime
what's up.
Zand.
Hopefully it's an ROR, but if not, I'll tell you what the bond is.
think he's a tier 1 femto. You'd be chill too if you had to arrest Big Bubba. You're probably right. Is this it? Now we just leave Bubba to his devices?
Hello, this is Damien, Star 17.
Here's a Prime Robert.
I see. Yeah, so it's weird. So I picked you up on the 28th, right, for that warrant, and this one was issued on the 21st, but apparently it wasn't entered.
To the same address the last one went to.
Probably, probably. So this is a misdemeanor. Just
man, this guy's got like 6 bikes.
It has
It doesn't seem like he's using them. It's like a blockade.
That charge did not go on that same day.
It's like that shit from back during like medieval warfare where they put like spikes out there.
You got arrested on a different warrant and you had, I think, a bubble on you. Yeah. The bubble. So that's
that's the charge I'm talking about. I checked him when he was in jail that time, and that never came up.
I'm to be honest with you, I have no idea. I've never had it where I've come out and picked somebody up like 10 times on multiple FTAs.
On your paperwork.
Have you gone to the courthouse or talked to somebody in the courthouse to figure out what's going on? Because that's where you need to go. That's ultimately is the problem. Somebody from the courthouse is sending your mail to the wrong place.
So I can guarantee you that every time I arrest you,
oh my god, he put on a Han Solo shirt.
After my arrest, you should have.
That's fucking hype.
Some way they're getting paperwork somewhere else. Because anyway, with us, he shows here, and he said he just changed his ID.
On his ID, so is his address.
So.
On his ID.
When did you change that?
When we moved here is when you got that ID. What? When we moved here, when we moved in here, and he got arrested that time when we were moving in that day, is when he got the right after that, or was it before that?
I don't know.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you, Melinda. I didn't follow that. I'm just gonna be straight up. That was a lot of information in a short amount of time.
Yeah, I guess you gotta run through McFadden. I didn't get to talk to McFadden directly.
No, cool.
What up? I'm going to jail. I need you to call the bond.
Hey, if you want the rest of your sandwich.
It's $113.
Yeah, you're gonna want the rest of that sandwich. I'll tell you right now.
Huh?
Oh, Bub.
Noodle sandwiches. I guess I was preparing something. Must have told me.
A noodle sandwich, huh?
Well, but you were the only guy I actually like arresting.
in a good way, not like you know.
You're the only guy I actually like though.
Check.
What do you like about him? He's just hanging out. He's not doing anything special, and he has fucking Nazi tattoos. Like what?
Babe, you give me a sweater or a
all right.
Yeah, you can feel it getting colder now.
There's me some sand. Let me give some lawn.
So, again, before, I haven't had issues with it for a long time. Now I came back after New Year's again. All
I shut it down. You can hear me better when I shut it.
We got no cigarettes.
I couldn't hear you from the get-go. I mean, you asked me, hey, Damien. And then after
Is this just the whole thing? I thought Bubba was gonna do some crazy shit here.
Get him from who?
I guess he still could.
Tell everybody I got $600 check.
What's the bond?
Huh?
What's the bond?
113 $113.
Hey, good thing at least the check's going in the right direction, right?
Could be a Buddhist, you never know. I mean, I get. I don't know. That doesn't seem like it was supposed to be the. God, what did the Nazis use? They took the symbol of like peace or something and turned it on its side, right? That doesn't seem like it was supposed to be the symbol of peace there. But maybe as Bubba continued to gain weight, the peace symbol started to distort and tilt, and now he regrets it. I don't know. It's a Hindu symbol? Oh, is it? I couldn't quite remember the whole story to it. It seems more like he was trying to get a swastika tattooed here, as opposed this is just some kind of accident while trying to get the not Nazi symbol.
I've been in jail and I'm eating noodle sandwiches. I guess I was preparing something. Must have told me.
Well, but you were the only guy.
The Iron Cross. Oh, I didn't even talk about the Iron Cross on the left, but yeah.
You're the only guy I actually like, though.
Check. I need somebody to let me $150 so I get out.
You want a jacket or anything? Just for when you get in there? It's gonna be cold.
Thanks, Reset the Way Bowl.
Babe, you give me a sweater or a jacket?
Your dog.
Imagine the camera turns and he's gone. Hey, his Big Bubba, this man might just have instant transmission. You never know.
Colder now, really. Should I call something about when you're cooling down?
So,
Where'd that drink go, woman?
again, before, I haven't had issues with it for a long time. Not $600.
Man, this is like the slowest, most polite arrest ever.
And obviously you have a smartphone, right, with the internet, so you could have technically taken care of it.
Oh, I didn't know this.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what they need.
I did. I mean, I got a paper in the mail saying that they corrected.
Yeah, they corrected it for the last time. You
I
got
don't know,
to
brother.
and he was actually early. He thought he had court.
I'll put them up front. We are over here. We didn't.
What the fuck? Wait.
We didn't.
Coming in with this. Is that for Bubba? Hey, no, he didn't put up a fight. There's no cops needing a stretcher right now. He came peacefully.
Good.
Love you.
Hey.
Yeah.
They had to be safe. I heard they were going to Bubba's and they got an ambulance ready just in case.
11422.
Oh, 22. 22. He's right here. Oh, right here. You good, sir?
All good over here, Chief. That was a pretty underwhelming arrest of a pretty odd guy. I don't know if I really care about learning his lore, though. There's Resub Skarner in the Prime, Andy, and the Resub Wolf, Bits Trills, and the Resub Vzax. Have you seen Drake's Insta story? My god, yes, I've seen the hentai. Fuck me. Yes, I've seen it. What was it? Midnight Mood or something? With the hentai? Thanks, Resub McButter. There was one cuck hentai on his story. Was it a cuck hentai? I don't think so. Wasn't it just incest? Thanks to the Prime. Brooder. Just incest? Bro, for hentai, that's like as tame as it gets. One of the most popular genres of hentai is forced breeding. Like, if it's just incest, that's pretty goddamn tame for that medium. There's the resub. Hance and the Bits Trills. What's NTR? I don't know that one. I haven't heard of that genre of hentai. Oh, that's cuckolding? Oh. I have seen that. I saw that animation not long ago, Kanbei. It is good. Thanks to the bits, Quill. In Tier 1 Full Metal. Have you seen the 11-minute video of Bungie playtesting Halo 3? The last line in the video goes hard. I can't say I saw that. Thanks to Prime Brimble. I'll listen to the last line real quick, see how hard it actually goes.
Solar flare. At least 90% of the people out there, they'll have a good time playing it.
True.
There are a couple of crashes that we won't be able to figure out that we'll blame on solar flares or space aliens.
As long as the game doesn't set your house on fire, all the imperfections, I'm perfectly fine with it going out the door.
You never want to let it go. You always want to iterate on it. But if we really believe it's not ready to go out the door, it won't go out the door.
That line didn't hit hard at all. Just like a normal thing to say. Goes hard when you look at the sad state of every AAA release. I guess it's fair. Yeah, if you're going to extend it to like the broader spectrum of AAA gaming, sure, I guess. But Halo 3 shipped in a perfect state. So it doesn't hit hard in relation to like what they were talking about. That game was legitimately like bulletproof on release. I didn't have any bugs or anything. That game went so hard. These are the Prime Sock'em Boppers. And the resub, Dragnell. Did old games have bugs on release? Oh, of course they did. Just not like today. Today it's kind of just like a rush to get everything out, which is why everything ends up buggy. Because now you can just fix things later and people are okay with it. So they don't really have the incentive to release the game in a completed or like fully functional state. Because you can just patch it like in a week. People are like, oh, but yeah, just give it a week and it's going to be perfect. Like, it's totally acceptable. This is Prime Retro and the resub J Money. Have you heard about... What? No, I have no idea what that is. A supernatural creature coated with shiny black grease who abducts young women. What in the fuck? No, I can't say I've heard of that. I don't know that cryptid. Have you heard of La Llorona, the ghost who drowns children? Yeah, they even made a whole movie on La Llorona. Movie was fucking awful. Oh my god. This movie was so bad. I bet most of you forgot this ever came out.
Trisha, I'm very sorry about your loss.
It's your fault!
I can't even imagine how you must feel.
Your children, Rinsing, are safe now. But had they heard her crying?
It's like the witch from Left 4 Dead. Then you're fucked.
They will. And she will come for them.
La Llorona for multiverses. True.
La Llorona.
You're right, I didn't notice that was Velma from Scooby-Doo. That's pretty cool.
church
He's
works
tier 1
with
Joker.
people
The recent
who
Operation
specialize
Shark.
in situations
Blade.
like this. Gets La Llorona.
Is she coming?
She's already here.
Yep. Tuco fights the ghost.
We are facing an evil. It has no bounds.
Turn it off, I'm scared. No can do. You must confront La Llorona.
Rinsing.
It was such a stupid fucking movie. I actually totally forgot that movie ever came out. This was supposed to be in the Conjuring universe, I think. And it just never was. It's actually solid. It's absolutely not. It is not solid at all. It is awful. I loved it for the campiness. I mean, it's a good bad movie. Like a fun bad movie. Like at the end, spoilers I guess, Tuco basically just like fucking fist fights La Llorona. Damn near just throws down with it in hand-to-hand combat. It's so silly. Oh, you just reminded me of another awful horror movie. And I guarantee no one remembers this one. Winchester. Who remembers this one?
I feel their presence. In the air.
This movie legitimately ends with a gunfight with a ghost.
It has found us.
Just a shootout.
It's a gargantuan 7-storied structure with no apparent rhyme or reason.
Built on the orders of a grieving widow. Sarah Winchester's mind is
Is it Prime
chaotic as the
Draga?
house itself.
Bits Migzim,
We're worried about her
Tori?
sanity, Dr. Price.
I don't know about that, Tori.
Mrs. Winchester, it's a pleasure to finally meet you.
Do you believe in ghosts, Dr. Price?
I do not believe in anything I cannot see or study.
I feel their presence. In the air. In the
Was the
wall.
ghost Clint Eastwood?
Yes.
I don't even remember who the ghost was. All I remember is they just get into a
Mrs.
shootout.
Winchester, wild in construction.
The spirits killed by the rifle. We lock them away. 13 nails seals them in. I will do whatever it takes to protect my family.
How old is this movie? When did this come out? 2018.
This spirit has a power
Feels older.
we've not seen before.
Beautiful dreamer, wake onto me.
Thanks to give some Naboo.
Starlight and dewdrops are waiting for thee.
The ghost where the soul's killed by the rifles in the... Yeah, but that's not who the final ghost boss battle was. I don't remember who it was.
You leave my family alone. Your anger will never defeat us.
God, that movie was so silly. They don't make a whole ton of like fun shit horror movies anymore. Last one was Grimcutty, but that was straight to Hulu original, and it was boring. Show us the shootout. Do they have the ending here? This only has 9K views. I don't even want to risk getting DMCA'd. Basically, the guy takes a Winchester rifle and shoots a Winchester ghost. And he's like, oh! Thanks to the bits, Lonely Wolf. Thanks to the bits, Bricks. No, that's the first I've heard of that, Bricks. That sounds cool, though. More SpongeBob games? Sure. Have you seen Wish Upon? Yeah, it's one of my lowest moist meters for movies. I gave it a 5%. Probably still, like, the worst big budget horror movie to come out in the last couple of years. Or last, like, 5 or 6 years, I would say. Will you stream getting 99 in rune crafting? Yeah. I'll probably hit 99 in about like 35 more minutes-ish. So I'll just check in on some goofy shit, get a little wacky, and then have a little 99 party. Did you see the unhinged press conference from Kyrie Irving today? No, I did not. Will it come up with just Kyrie Irving? Is this?
Hindsight, are you sorry for the hurt that your posts caused people?
I'll take my responsibility for posting that. Some things that were questionable in there, untrue. Like I said, and the first time you guys asked me when I was sitting on that stage, I don't believe everything that everybody posts.
So, to bring everyone up to speed, as I understand it from the last thing I read here, Kyrie Irving was promoting some, was it movie or book or something that was all about like anti-Semitism and shit, and then he made like a post on Twitter that was kind of just like doubling down on it. And now I guess he's facing like a suspension or some shit, so this is him addressing it. It was a documentary. Oh, okay.
Documentary. So, I'll take my responsibility.
It seems like Adam Silver wanted to hear.
He's also a flat earther, or at least was a flat earther.
Mind, you said I didn't mean to cause any harm. Were you apologizing or did you not apologize?
I didn't mean to cause any harm. I'm not the one that made the documentary.
What are the specific things in the documentary that you don't believe are true and that you don't believe represent your own laws?
I think some of the criticism of the Jewish faith in the community, for sure. Some points made in there that were unfortunate.
Kyrie, are you surprised that you did hurt people?
Surprised that I did hurt people?
Are you surprised that reaction and some of the things that you did hurt people?
Yeah, I think I can ask a better question. It's just, where were you when I was a kid?
Checkmate. You weren't there, were you, reporter? You didn't give him milk? You didn't pop your tit out for him to suckle? Where were you? Why aren't we asking that question? Why were you absent? You didn't want to show up and raise Kyrie Irving? Random reporter? I don't even understand the line here, but we're just, maybe he can explain it a bit better.
Figuring out that 300 million of my ancestors are buried in America. Where were you guys asking those same questions when I was a kid learning about the traumatic events of my familial history and what I'm proud to come from and why I'm proud to stand here and why when I repeat myself that I'm not going to stand down, it has nothing to do with dismissing any other race or group of people. I'm just proud of my heritage and what we've been through. And the fact that this has pinned me against the Jewish community. And I'm here answering questions of whether or not I'm sorry or not on something I didn't create. And it was something I shared and I'm telling everybody I'm taking responsibility, then that's where I sit. So
that was like the most circular non-answer I've heard in a minute. What? What? I don't really know the point he's trying to make there. The thing is, like, he's saying he doesn't even agree with some of it, but then he's also saying, like, yeah, I just shared it. I shouldn't have to apologize for them making those points. But that's not even what they're asking. He's just like, hey man, did you mean these things, like, to come across this way? And then he just goes on a completely different direction. It seemed like a pretty easy thing to just address, like, as a head on.
You know, these same questions that you guys ask, me dealing with it as being a melanated, pigmented person all around the world, and dealing with racial biases against my skin color, demeaning me because of my religious beliefs, and I'm still sitting in the seat standing. So I take my full responsibility. Again, I'll repeat it, for posting something on my Instagram or Twitter that may have had some unfortunate falsehoods in it. But I also am a human being that's 30 years old, and I've been growing up in a country that's told me that I wasn't worth anything, and I came from a slave class, and I come from a people that are meant to be treated the way we get treated every day. So I'm not here to compare anyone's atrocities or tragic events that their families have dealt with generations of time. I'm just here to continue to expose things that our world continues to put in darkness. I'm a light. I'm a beacon of light. That's what I'm here to do. You guys ask me questions about basketball, I give you my expert opinion. You guys.
I'm really confused. Like, yeah, racism's a huge problem, but it's also not what anyone's talking about here. It's just about the anti-Semitism. And then you talk about, like, you're exposing people to new things as a light. But what about, like, flat earth and shit if we're going down this rabbit hole? What? I don't understand. I don't know why he's not understanding, like, the core component here.
You guys ask me about other things, I give you my opinion, and it's met with whatever you believe the perception or the deception is. You guys investigate.
I've actually never heard an interview of Kyrie Irving.
Day. And you justify it by serving your own purpose, which I honor. I would like the same respect in return. Figuring out just like anyone else. So please keep that same energy when we're talking about anti-other things. Because just because I post a documentary doesn't mean I'm anti-Semitic. And doesn't mean that I'm automatically standing with everyone that is believing in that. So it's unfortunate timing that we're in, but I'm glad that I could stand on the truth, because I'm not afraid of these mics, these cameras. I used to be looking everyone in the eye and telling them the truth, and I'm proud of who I am. Any label that you put on me, I'm able to dismiss because I study. I know the Oxford Dictionary, you look it up, right? Just one of the biggest mistakes I had in being a kid was not knowing European or Western language until I started looking it up and understanding the definitions and why they say, if you want to trick a black person, put it in the book. I was wondering my whole life why they said that. Now I'm 30 years old and I know reading is a superpower because it helps me understand where I'm going and where I come from. Like a tree with roots.
Kyrie, the documentary listed among falsehoods. It said the Holocaust didn't happen.
Wow.
Again, those falsehoods are unfortunate. And it's not that I don't believe in the Holocaust. I never said that. Never, ever have said it. It's not come out of my mouth. I never.
It's, oh my god, again, no one's saying you said it, man. It's the shit that you share, just like when you were talking about flat Earth. You even addressed it. So you're not anti-Semitic. So you're just dumb. You didn't watch the documentary you posted, maybe. Like, it's just that simple. I am not anti-Semitic. I didn't realize the documentary said these things. It's that easy. Like, you already even said it, and for some reason now, it's still, like, combative. There's just no need to be. You shared some shit about, like, anti-Semitic shit, like even Holocaust denying, as I understand it, If you don't believe it, you say that, bang. And it's just that easy. Is he still a flat earther though? Because I read something where he said he's no longer a flat earther. He also believes vaccines contain microchips that... Oh, actually, I read that. That one's like an actual conspiracy, though. I feel like he just kind of got lost in a whirlwind of conspiracy theory rabbit holes. Which is unlucky. I mean, it just happens all the time. Once you believe one conspiracy, you believe all of them. It's kind of like counterintuitive because the whole thing with conspiracy people is you're a sheep if you believe the official stuff, but for some reason they all believe the same shit and believe every single thing. Like, it's not just one conspiracy, it seems to be all of them. So once you just get trapped in that rabbit hole, you just stay there, like, forever. Not true. I don't know any conspiracy theorist that only believes one conspiracy. I can't think of any big conspiracy theorist that only believes one. Not a single one. It's always like all of them. My dad doesn't believe conspiracies, he just believes in aliens. That's not even a fucking conspiracy. He just believes there are aliens out there. Like, that's not even a fucking conspiracy. Aliens is a conspiracy, what the fuck? What time period are we living in where that is a conspiracy? That there is potentially aliens out there in the universe somewhere. Every scientific hypothesis is a conspiracy, though. Get with the times. None of this shit's... It's anti-scientific. What? I don't know if that was sarcastic or not. It's literally against science. Like, Flat Earth is the, like, dismissal of science. The Flat Earth community proves themselves wrong all the time. There's a whole documentary of them proving themselves wrong with science and then still dismissing it. Saying they must have got the tests wrong. What was the name of that documentary? I already forgot. But that one was fucking amazing. Man, it's always wild. For some... I don't know what it is, Kanye or what, but for some reason, a lot of people are now a lot more susceptible to conspiracies. This one fucking guy who's a regular here is now melting down like, no, there is something about the Jewish propaganda. Holy shit. This was a totally normal guy like 2 weeks ago. Jesus Christ. Charlie's not as smart as he tries to come off. I don't even come off as smart. What do you mean? Like, I haven't even said a hot take or anything. This is an illness. You have an illness. Christ. Thanks to the Prime. Jigglypuff and the resub Hazy and Stupidity. That's fucking sad, though. I don't know if it's, like, sarcasm or trolling or what, but that shit is fucking exploding now. Comes from a place of confusion, mad at the way life is, but blame anything but the fact. No, it's not that. I think it's just the desire to feel special. Oh, hold on, let me pull up the exact stat. But I think it's the number of people without a single friend has doubled in the last, like, 20 years or something. It's an alarmingly high number, so I think it's just people feeling alone. And when you start believing a conspiracy, you get part of a group. So then it becomes like your little tribe, and you'll do anything to stay in there. So I think it's just the fact that when you believe in something fringe like Flat Earth, you immediately get a group of friends to come with it. It was a 2021 study. 1 in 5 millennials have 0 friends. Nearly 59% of Americans say they don't have a single friend. So I really think it's just rooted in loneliness, like believing shit like Flat Earth and all of that. Because then you just get friends that come with it, so that's a great feeling. At least that's my belief. I just can't imagine there's that many people that would, for some reason, dismiss like the most basic shit, even with a community that constantly disproves their own core beliefs wrong with science over and over again. That guy who killed himself shooting a rocket in his backyard to prove the Earth was flat, sees that it's a globe and then crash lands and dies. Like, the only way you get deep in that culture is because you're lonely and you need the company. I just can't see any other way that you get so wrapped into that kind of shit.
Tweeted it, I never liked anything like it. So the Holocaust in itself is an event that means something to a large group of people that suffered something that could have been avoided. No one said we had to practice racism. No one said we had to treat each other like garbage. No one said that I had to stand here today and understand that many people that come from generations 60 years ago, 40 years ago, enslaved some of my ancestors still, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, and it's still going on. And you guys are asking me, respectfully, to speak on something that was a documentary that I had nothing to do with. I didn't make it. So, just please keep that same energy.
They're not asking that, though. I think it's like a fundamental misunderstanding of what people are actually upset about. No one's saying he made the documentary. It's just, do you believe the things in it? No? Great, why'd you post it? Oh, you misunderstood? Okay. Like, it's just that simple. Like, it's Jesus Christ. No one is accusing him of making the documentary. It's promoting it when it has, like, actual Holocaust denial and anti-Semitic shit in it. It's just that simple. Deflecting? Maybe, I don't know. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt that it's a misunderstanding. I don't really know Kyrie Irving. Like I said, that's the first interview I've ever seen from him. I'm just going to assume it's him not understanding what people are actually upset about. Thanks for 5 good subs, Jigglypuff. Thanks, man. And the bits apocalypse. Also, he's not hard denying it. All he's saying is that it's unfortunate and falsehoods. Calling it falsehoods, though, is him saying he doesn't agree with it. And he did point blank say he's not anti-Semitic. So while he was very circular with everything else, he at least, at the bare minimum, said that it was full of falsehoods and he is not anti-Semitic. He's a prime Abby. No, he did not. No, he literally point blank said that, though. But he's also doing a terrible job at defending himself, because he buries that inside a lot of other stuff that was completely not even part of the discussion. I keep seeing this too. I don't know if this is sarcasm or not, or bait. It's okay to be anti-Christian, anti-religion, but not anti-Semitic. What the fuck, man? There's a difference between making, like, jokes or whatever about Christianity or whatever, and making an entire documentary like about Holocaust denial and anti-Semitic shit, or Kanye talking about how the Jewish people, he's going DEFCON 3 on Jews, like that's super fucking different. Like you could say that about Christians too. Like Kanye West makes a post tomorrow. Man, I fucking hate Christians. I think you're all cringe bigots who believe in a false god, and I'm going DEFCON 4 on Christians, and you would still see people being upset about it. Like it's I don't know why people keep floating that take around. He's a tier 1 loiter, the resub raccoon. The resub Scorp. Would you get suspended from the NBA? I don't know. I'm not the commissioner. Couldn't tell you. Thanks, the resub Chex Mix. I've heard of Blight. I haven't played it yet, though. I'm not sure, Plutonian. Nothing too wild, though. At least not that I can think of off the top of my head. You're missing a major bit of context. He thinks it's impossible for himself to be anti-Semitic because he thinks he's a real Jew and actual Jews are the fake Jews. Therefore, he can't be anti-Semitic because the people he's hating on aren't I don't know any of that about Kyrie. I just saw his tweets and what started all of this. Maybe he believes that. No fucking clue. I've only seen from all of his tweets and his posts. Maybe. Thanks the Prime. Girlfriend, Spider, and the resub Hummabeebs. Couldn't tell you. You seen Drake's story about the hentai man? Yeah, of course. He posted that right before I went live. Shit went hard. Well, not really. It was pretty tame. The most important algorithm. That's pretty vague. Oh, it's a Veritasium upload. I'll check that out on my own. I love Veritasium. Thanks, resub Shucky. New primitive technology. I always see his uploads. I don't watch K's cooking anymore. People were really mean to her. I hope she's doing well, though. Have you played the champ? Not yet. I will, most likely, though. Especially since it's supposed to be bad. Japan is a good place to live. It seems pretty cool. Look up Junko Furuta. I don't know what that is. I'm not going to risk that. Is it Prime Vatic? It's fucking sad and disgusting. Okay, I made the right call then. You see, Warner Bros. Discovery lost $2.3 billion, and all David Zaslav said is that we need more Harry Potter and Superman movies. Man, that guy sucks. That guy is trash. Why? I don't even know why they put this guy in charge. This guy seems totally fucking lost up there. Who's it, Prime? Puss? What's he done that's so awful? He's the guy that canned half of the fucking cartoons on HBO Max. Cancelled Batgirl. Well, not that I'm crying over Batgirl. I would have loved to see Brendan Fraser, though. Cancelled like half of their pipeline. He literally just canceled Tuca and Birdie today. Don't know Tuca and Birdie. But yeah, all he does is cancel things. He doesn't like add anything new. He just cancels everything. That's all. That's legitimately it. He's like the fun police. Oh, he's also the guy responsible for the gutting of Cartoon Network staff. He also just announced Game of Thrones NFTs yesterday. Oh my god, did he really? That's huge. Are NFTs making a comeback? Is it time? Yep. Warner Bros. And Discovery announced plans for Game of Thrones NFTs. Let's go. The Game of Thrones Build Your Realm allows fans to build a realm by collecting customizable avatars inspired by characters from the series. There's assorted packs and various collectibles. Fuck, that's so cool. Our goal, as always, with the fans is to create new ways for them to interact with the stories and characters they love. Josh Hackbarth, head of the NFT commercial development for Warner Bros. Discovery. Yeah, I'm sure the guy that's the head of the NFT commercial development team cares about the fans and ways for them to interact with stories and characters. Not just a cash grab. The fact that this is even a department at Warner Bros. Is such a red flag. Yeah, I'm sure this will enhance the experience. Everyone loves NFTs. Thanks to Resub H2. Did they forget how bad the last season was? Don't even pretend like David Zaslav for even a second watches anything on TV or has watched any of the shows that he has. He's never even seen Game of Thrones, I have no doubt. Thanks to the resub 102 and Tier 1 Anxious. $53 billion in the shitter, David. And I don't think the trend of canceling everything is going to do a whole lot to pull you out of the hole. But I'm not the head of the company. God. Push of the genre so far, it forever changes the creative landscape, becoming a part of our collective cultural identity. Game of Thrones is that series for this generation. It is not. It was until season 8. And now it is a collective fart in the wind that no one remembers because of how bad the last season was. No one talks about it anymore. It's dead. House of the Dragon's huge. That's not... I mean, it's in the Game of Thrones universe, but this is Game of Thrones, the show. It's like the Game of Thrones. They mean the universe by extension? I mean, I guess, but it seems like it's more focused on Game of Thrones, like the core seasons 1 through 8. Maybe you're right. Oh, it launched some Looney Tunes NFTs in June. How did those do? Oh, they even released a Lord of the Rings Web3 movie experience. With NFT versions of the film? It's about time. I always thought it was a little too convenient to watch Lord of the Rings, so why not do it on the blockchain? Make it a little more challenging and less good. That's big. What does this even consist of? The extended version Web3 movie experience. What?
For the first time ever, discover The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring Extended Edition, Web3 Movie Experience. A groundbreaking, first of
This
its kind.
sounds like Oni doing a voice on YouTube right now for the intro here.
Digital movie NFT, launching with the Epic Edition. Journey through immersive menus, featuring 3 locations from the film.
What?
Explore curated galleries with hundreds of behind-the-scenes images. Discover hidden AR collectibles. Relive the epic extended edition of the feature film in 4K Ultra HD.
But why? I'll
Immerse
just
yourself in
watch
over
it
8 hours
now.
of bonus features.
Out of the blockchain.
The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, Web3 Movie Experience. Also available, Mystery Edition, which includes a surprise location based on one of 3 locations.
I don't understand what this is. What the fuck is this? What do you do? So you explore like old DVD menus, and then what? Immersive menus? Who fucking cares? And then you just look at old Google images from behind the scenes of the movie production? Holy shit. How much is 999 mint? I don't know. It's an NFT, so probably like $1,000. Exit resub Penguin, Monsieur Stone, and Pandemic. I'm sure there is Tori somewhere. I'm so confused on what you actually get out of this. So you get the movie and then you get the menus here. So what's the NFT component? You're just buying a movie and some behind the scenes photos. That's like a bonus disc in a DVD case. It's like there's nothing even remotely adjacent to blockchain. David will mint your name on his toilet so he can shit in it. That's pretty cool, yeah. It's an Alluvio tie-in sponsorship. No, I get that. I read that here, but what does that mean? Like, I don't even know what that means. 2 editions that fans can choose from, and they're minting 10,000 copies of the Mystery Edition, $30 each, which comes with one of 3 location-based navigation menus modeled after a location in the film. The fact that you're using the term modeled is so generous. You took a fucking screenshot. You took a screenshot from the movie. Oh man, wait. If you just get like the normal Fellowship of the Ring NFT, you don't get the image galleries? You need the Epic Edition for that? There will be 999 copies of the Epic Edition at $100 each. What the fuck? What? What are you buying? What the fuck are you even buying? There's nothing. Oh, let me see. I'm gonna go to the site real quick. God, I hope this shit flopped. Alright, let me go to the store and see what happens if I try and, like, check out. Well, no, that won't work because I don't have like a crypto wallet to attach to this shit. Let me see. I'm gonna try. I want to see what you even get from this shit. Okay. Man, what the fuck? This isn't even NFTs. Like, I can just buy this with my credit card. What? Is it just a buzzword they're using here? I went back, but look. If you try and buy this right now... Oh, it didn't save. Fuck. I'll just go through it again. If you want to get the Epic Edition right now, it's just $30. You're just buying a DVD with bonus content. This isn't even like a Web3 experience. What? I don't understand. What am I missing? And why is there only 999 of these if it's just a digital download? I am so tempted to buy this just to see what the fuck I get in return. How is it? Like, that has to just be a lie. Like, why would they cap it 999 if this isn't even like an NFT thing? But I just don't want to waste $30 fucking dollars. And especially not giving it to a sketchy startup site called Alluvio at web3webb.com. Or WB. That's Warner Bros. I don't know why I read web. You get a token that says you own one of the 10,000. But where you can't do anything with that. There's nothing even remotely adjacent to a blockchain here. I'm gonna try and check out. Okay, here. Alright. When you try and buy, then it's telling you to set up your MetaMask wallet. Okay. There we go. Here, let me do sign up. I'm not doing this. That's so much work for so little in return. I'm not doing it. It's such a fucking waste. Thanks for resub Pokemaster and S-Fan. Hey, S-Fan. Great show today, man. Thanks again. You're looking at the wrong version anyway. That's not the Epic Edition with only $9.99. I clicked on the Epic Edition. What do you mean? I don't really get it. Let me hold on. Maybe like a first-hand experience from someone. Let's look at anyone who did this on Twitter. Surely they'd be talking about it right now. Let's take a peek. I immediately got OnlyFans. That's fucking crazy. I just typed in Alluvio. Christ. Oh, here we go. Finally, someone in the actual Web3 scene. Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, NFT drop by Warner Bros. And Alluvio last week got quite some negative buzz in the NFT scene. Degens bashing over unfamiliarity with Alluvio blockchain, issue connecting to wallets, no community management, etc. That sounds about right. Utility. 4K movie, tons of behind-the-scenes artwork, and unlock NFT to reveal common Shire, uncommon Rivendell, or rare Moria version, all leading to special experiences based on Lord of the Rings locations. You get a JPEG! This is what they're talking about. You get a fucking JPEG. A screenshot from the movie. The artwork is great. The artwork is great and made accessible in a way that more people understand what to do. Disagreed. This is so confusing. Why not just get the DVD with the bonuses? Yes, some claim this is just a bunch of content behind a paywall. The difference clearly is that you own the goods. This is mainstream stuff. I'm so tired of this. You own it. Because it says so in the Alluvia blockchain. I also own the DVD box set. My God. Jesus Christ. Classic David's ass lab, though. That's David. Let's see how the Looney Tunes NFTs went. Actually, let me look it up on Twitter. Any happy customers? Not finding anything yet. Okay, how about this? Nifty Looney Tunes. Let's try that. Still fucking nothing. Okay, it looks like this wasn't necessarily a hit. Oh, here. Let's check the Twitter. This is what you get? No fucking way. Jesus Christ, David. What the fuck? This is your last chance to add a one-of-a-kind Bugs Bunny, Tweety, and Sylvester Looney Edition NFT to your collection. Only on OpenSea. Alright, let me take a peek. I want to see how that did on OnlySea. Or OpenSea. I hope not a single voice crack goddamn one sold. Since it's on the blockchain, I'll be able to see it, or at least I should. If it follows the normal rules of Nifty. It's so fucking stupid. Oh my god. Here. Ugh. Are there... Has there ever been an owner here? 9 views, no data. Cool. You're killing it, David. You're killing it. How can you see what from a collection is sold? I forgot how to do that. I haven't been on OpenSea in a while since NFTs died. A lot of NFT prices are inflated because of people trading it back and forth to keep up appearance. Yeah, it's a very common scam. But I don't remember how to like check how many sold here. In the activity section. The last activity they had here was 2 months ago with some Sylvesters. Okay. Looks like this guy's buying a lot of Sylvesters. He bought this bad boy. Oh, wait. It's just repeated. Damn, this one's $1,500, huh? Wow, okay. Maybe David's onto something. They sold almost fucking none. They sold a few for like $1,500. I'm in the wrong spot? This is wrong? Where's the right spot? Go to Looney Tunes and then go to activity? Okay. Or can I just go to the whole collection? Where is that? Is that in collected? No, this is Nifty Avatars. Be featured. Can I just click on this and then go from there? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Looks like there's 1,500 owners. Oh man, the depreciation's hitting hard. From $1,500 all the way down to like 30 now. Is there no justice? Oh man, and to think just a few short months ago. Is this all the activity? Wait, what? Is this all of the activity? Here, let's go here. It looks like this guy owns a few. Let's see his activity. Let's see how much he's sold here. God, NFTs are so fucking stupid. Holy shit. This is him buying. How do I sort by selling? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Who did he send this to? Who is he sending this to? These are all like private. He threw it in the trash. I guess so, yeah. Damn, yeah, they're not listing the recipient. Oh, this just means he's listing them. Gotcha. No success yet then, I guess. Alright, that was interesting. I'm sure this will somehow bring Warner Bros. To pay off their $53 billion in debt. You missed the Bitcoin train, don't miss the Looney Tunes NFT train. True, I'm gonna have to hit up Grasslow to buy some Looney Tunes NFTs. Thanks, resub Mina and Heat. Alright, I gotta take a piss real quick and fill up my water. Give me just 1 sec, I'll be right back. Neopets just announced their own NFT and metaverse. I went to the site and visited the NFT gallery and got a warning saying the site is compromised and maybe trying to steal my info. I would just ignore that, honestly. That's probably nothing. Is the Prime Maverick. Didn't Neopets already announce they were getting into NFTs months ago, though? That sounds so familiar. That doesn't seem like news. Am I misremembering, or am I getting them confused with someone? I thought for sure they'd already gotten into NFTs. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's not new, but I'll take your word for it. I gotta pee, though. I'll be right back. I'm back. There's the Prime Lalo and the gift sub Ethan and the Prime Maverick. Have you seen the Nickelodeon NFTs? No, that's hype though. I think SpongeBob would like that. Something he'd cook up in that box of imagination. Neopets Metaverse has a trailer on YouTube. Yeah, 5 months ago. Yeah, and 11 months ago. Disastrous failure of Neopets NFTs. Yeah, it's not that new. Oh, yeah. Let's go. This looks good. So what does this have to do with the metaverse? What? You can gamble? Did I understand that correctly? Staking? Cool. That's how we do it, baby. Yeah, some metaverse content. It's coming back. Staking is like a savings account. Oh, so it doesn't take on the same meaning in Neopets? Thanks for the resub, Adrian. Isn't Mark losing 7 million or 7 billion a week from Metaverse? I don't know about that, but he lost billions overnight because Metaverse is just constantly draining. In total right now, Meta's lost 700 billion because of the Metaverse. Let's see if that's changed. Let's take a peek. Their stock is still very down. It's recovered a little. No, it hasn't. Never mind. It had a brief spike where it went up $2, but it went right back down. Cool. I just don't believe this, though. So this popped up when I was looking at their stock just now. I really don't believe this. Nearly $2 billion has been spent on virtual land in the past 12 months as people and companies race to get a foothold in the metaverse. What research are you doing? One of the biggest titles in the metaverse, Decentraland, has 38 players. You're telling me 38 players are somehow snatching up $2 billion worth of virtual land? Where are you getting that from? I know companies are trying to get in there, but even then, they're very, very loosely trying. Like Cheetos has a single street and they're calling it Chesterville. This absolutely just reads like a paid-for shill here. Ugh. Jesus, Angie. Dozens of major brands have purchased parcels of land in the Sandbox map. This looks like our place. Is this just like an overview of like the actual shit and then you can go in here and it's like a real spot? Or is this what they're paying for? This. A place on this. It is actually just the blocks. They're actually just paying for these blocks. No, I don't believe that. See, like, this just can't be... One of the most popular worlds is the cartoony Decentraland, launched in 2020. It has 38 players. It has 38 players. This has absolutely got to be a paid piece. This is from the BBC. Jesus Christ, this is pathetic. Oh, wait, this is cheating. Wait. Oh. No, they're making it separate. I thought they were talking about this in here. In, like, the actual metaverse. They're just talking about Roblox as a meta-esque experience. Okay. They did make the distinction. If they're counting Roblox, then maybe their figures are accurate. Because every big brand and company's making Roblox worlds. I mean, this isn't the worst gamble. People spend a ton of money on skins and shit. So it's not far-fetched to think people that buy into the metaverse would do the same for their avatar. Yeah, what a terrible piece. These are resub Derek and Toast and Icy. They don't have legs now, that was fake. This is Decentraland, not Horizon Worlds. Looks like Decentraland has legs, but the actual metaverse, like Horizon Worlds, their flagship does not. He's a resub random nerd. How do you know so much about the metaverse? Are you a lizard person too? I just find it fascinating. This is the most expensive flop in history. It's gotta be. I just find it very interesting. And I am curious to see if it somehow recovers. I think there is a chance as people get like more and more delusional, and it's happening every day, that eventually people for some reason will flock to the metaverse as like a gold rush, like, oh, I need to make money and I feel like the metaverse might be the gamble. So then they'll buy into it and then it maybe gets popular. If Roblox did it, this can. The difference is Roblox is a lot more accessible. You don't need any, like, you don't need a headset. You don't need a powerful rig. You can just immediately, on even the biggest piece of shit computer ever, hop into Roblox and immediately begin. It's such an easy start for Roblox, which Metaverse does not have the luxury of. They invested too much on VR. It's such a niche market. Their bet is that VR is going to eventually become so commonplace everyone has VR and everyone's like living their life in virtual worlds, or at least spending some significant portion of time in there. I don't know if it's necessarily the wrong bet, but it's certainly an early bet. Right now, VR is too expensive, too not user-friendly, and too confusing for a lot of people. So they're just too early on that. But the metaverse itself, I don't even know if it's like a great idea in general. I don't see why anyone would want like a hub world to hang out. I just don't see that being the case. Like, I'm talking like businesses, not people, because obviously VR chat's huge. Like they're thinking businesses are gonna want their employees to go in there and like hang out and work together, and I just don't see that. There's work from home. Yeah, but if you're working from home and you're like, we need to have a meeting, why would you then say, put on your VR headset, we're hopping into the meeting room at Gucci World in fucking Metaverse? Like, that's wildly inconvenient. If you want to have a meeting at a work from home, like working remote, you fire up Zoom. It's that quick. Instant. Like, it's much easier. And it's much more effective, as opposed to, like, talking to your avatar who might be dressed with, like, demon wings and a fat schlong or something. That's badass. Yeah, but not for like a workplace. I don't know. It feel fucking weird. And it's wildly inconvenient if you need to present something, because then you need to import what you're presenting into the metaverse in order to make the presentation to your employees who have gathered around in your metaville. Whereas on like a Zoom video call, you just hold it up or you screen share. Showing a 3D representation of a project from home is useful. You'd have to program that. Like, you can't just on the fly do that. And if you're going to go through the effort of programming a 3D representation of your project, why not just have the employees come in and just show them? It'd be much less work and much less costly. VR whiteboard meeting sessions would be awesome. I work remote on the opposite side of the country, can't go in the office. But again, why not just fire up Zoom? It'd be quicker, easier, cheaper, more convenient, and quicker. I just don't see what this has over Zoom unless you just really don't like webcams being on. But even then, just turn off your webcam and you still get the same effect. Bro said quicker twice. Brain must have lagged. Thanks, Resub Sloth. You glad Atomic Heart's finally coming out? Let's not get carried away. We don't know that yet. It was supposed to come out this year and they pushed it back like a month ago. My job has Slack, which is like Discord for work, and it's much better. Don't know why you'd ever need that. Yeah, plus things like that. Slack is used by a lot of businesses now, and most people seem to really like Slack. Didn't Slack just get hacked and that's how GTA 6 got leaked? Hacked is the wrong word. He social engineered his way into some credentials. That's how most hacks happen with social engineering. You just talk to people. Oh, actually, wait, I'm wrong. It was a phishing scam. I think, right? Actually, wasn't it phishing? I think he got him with a phishing email. Phishing is social engineering. Not really. Phishing's a lot easier than social engineering. Social engineering, you actually have to communicate with people. So with phishing, you can just send out a blast. That is social engineering. I guess technically, but I consider social engineering being more like the actual face-to-face, wrong word. The actual conversation being had to get the information as opposed to just a boilerplate that you can copy and paste. Depends if targeted or general. Fair. Thanks, resub Jaden. Like a RuneScape double XP scam stream is both, I suppose. Didn't play Outlast Trials yet. It's just the beta. The game's not out yet. Thanks, Resub Assassin. How close are you to max rune crafting? I'm 16k away, so like 15 minutes. I'll swap over to that for 99 rune crafting in just a minute. Any new chess drama? Not yet. Is this your last 99? No, I still have 2 more. Mining and Slayer. Slayer's fun, mining sucks though. I'll just do MLM and maybe a little Volcanic, we'll see. Slayer will at least be enjoyable, even though Slayer's pretty fucking slow too. Why do you play RuneScape if it's so boring? What I'm doing isn't even really playing RuneScape, I'm skilling, and it's the most miserable fucking thing on the planet. And I do it because I just really want to fulfill my dream of having a max account. It's been 17 years. It fucking sucks. The skilling is miserable, truly awful. Probably won't even feel that great to hit it. I doubt it. I think it'll feel amazing to finally max my account after so long. You know your hours played? Yeah, a little over 3,300. Did you know the Disney CEO Bob Chapek says he has plans for a theme park in the metaverse? He's the same guy that said adults don't watch animated movies. Cool. I mean, that's fine, man, I guess. I don't care. I don't know if I'll necessarily ever be a metaverse believer, but good on him. We don't need virtual Disney World. We already have Walmart Land. Bro, Walmart Land goes so hard, too. You don't need any other attractions in Roblox if you got Walmart Land. Did you hear the conspiracy about Chuck E. Cheese reusing pizza slices? I don't know the conspiracy, but I'd believe it. That conspiracy's so fucking old, is it? Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese is kind of dated now. I don't even think that's like around anymore for a lot of places. It's old and fake as fuck. I believe it. That pizza's trash. Had that for the tier list not too long ago. It was not very good. You think Papa John's is good, though? I mean, it is. It's like the most consistently decent fast food pizza chain. I've never had a bad Papa John's pizza. Papa John's and Domino's are like the only two consistently decent fast food pizza chains. Like, that's just the facts. What about Gino? I don't know Gino. We don't have that here. You see, Elton John has a Roblox world. It's called Elton John Presents Beyond the Yellow Brick Road. No way. Is there a trailer? How to get Elton John Dodgers hat, suit, and VIP badge. Oh, here we go. It's a day old. Everyone is getting into Roblox.
I miss the earth so much.
Okay, that's gonna get me DMCA'd. We'll have to listen to it muted. You telling me Elton John's gonna be in there with me? Damn, this place looks lit though. I'm gonna tell you right now, the Roblox community is a little young to really be huge Elton John fans, I feel. Maybe I'm wrong.